going on, guys? This is the Royal Rumble post show. Not sure what to call this. Fuck, we lost Monty again. He'll come back. But yeah, it's a Royal Rumble post show. It's a combination of the Drew Yari show and the Brose podcast, including the Brooklyn Savages, with my guest RJ. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Just chilling, man. Just chilling, and then enjoying a good pay per view tonight.
Yeah, likewise, and we got Monty back. Monty, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but how's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a bit. I was asking you. I remember I was asking you, Monty. I don't know if you want to do this as like a dual podcast. I can just send you the link. You can put it on your show, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think that works out.
Right. Hey, after this is done, I'll just send you the link. And RJ, Monty said, we can just do like 2 hours tonight because he's gonna be at work tomorrow, which is fine. All we need is 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
So let's get the show on the road. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble tonight. Mm-hmm. And did any of you guys even watch the pre-show?
No.
Yeah, I watched the tag team women's match.
Yes, it was.
But beforehand, it was Nia Jax Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Charlotte and Asuka for the women's tag team titles. Your standard tag team match between those four, and Ric Flair came out with Lacey Evans. There was some shenanigans. Ric Flair handed Lacey Evans a pair of knucks, and she popped Charlotte in the mouth, and that was the end.
RJ pretty much told the whole Wikipedia plotline of the match.
Yeah, basically. The crazy part is I don't even care about it. I don't even care about the whole Lacey Rick Charlotte thing. Charlotte just looks more and more pissed off to be there doing the fucking like storyline. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean it's just I really don't want to see Ric Flair on TV anymore.
Word.
Can we just be honest? Can we just call a spade a spade? It's just, if you're gonna bring back Ric Flair for like a Legends Night or Hall of Fame or do like a Mania thing, fine. But why in 2021? Why does Ric Flair need to be on television?
I don't. You're asking the wrong people, bro. Because I don't even care for him at this point.
But
yeah, I mean, he could bring some value to the table as a manager, but as far as like being the center of a storyline between two women that's on TV, I mean, I guess it's cheap heat for Lacey, but besides that, what does it really do? What is it going to do? We all know what's going to happen eventually. Lacey's going to turn on Ric Flair, and he's going to be back to looking like a sad old man again. Like,
yeah, just
come on.
It just does him no favors, and it just makes him look worse at the end of the day. What did Randy Orton call him? He's just an old man.
Yeah.
I mean, hey Rick, it's time to face facts, bro.
Yeah, it's nice
to see. Wrap it up, dog.
It's nice to see these up and comers like Goldberg and Edge in today's WWE.
But you know what?
Oh no! I'm not taking a shot at Edge. I'm just talking shit. But we'll get to that one. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But what were we gonna say?
Yeah, it was great. It was great to see that good young whippersnapper Hurricane back too.
I hate you, bro.
You know what? I like Hurricane. I like Hurricane Helms as a person. Him as a wrestler, not so much.
Nah. I like Gregory Helms better than Hurricane.
Yeah,
like Gregory Helms with the cruiserweight title. Yeah, it's time. Yeah,
it's time.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
It's time for the proper execution. It's time.
You're telling me you didn't. You're telling me you didn't like his sunglasses Titantron that.
That was bad.
I think I didn't talk about.
When he first turned heel, that was bad. Oh god, that was bad.
He hated that. But yeah, women's tag team title match. RJ pretty much just explained it. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are the new women's tag team champions again, 2-time. I think that's the first time anyone's been a two-time tag team champion. So, I mean, like me and Monty explained on the show on Wednesday, skip. Skip that.
Skip.
Let me tell you. Skip. Let me tell you something. Skip.
Skip.
I need a soundboard to just like whenever we don't want to talk about something, it's just Skip is or no Shannon Sharp saying Skip.
RJ, the funniest shit about that was when it got moved to the pre-show, Drew tweeted at me, yo, I was already drinking. I was crying, laughing. I'm like, yo, this shit is funny as hell. Yo, RJ, me and Drew did not want to see that shit, bro. We did not want to see that shit.
I didn't want to see that either. You know how I feel about Nia Jax. I don't want to see that woman on my TV screen ever again.
Yeah, bro.
You know because like seriously. I was watching it with my girlfriend and her sister, and my girl's kind of like in and out when it comes to wrestling. Like she used to watch it with me. Like she'll watch, now she just watches like the big pay-per-views. And she was watching it, and she saw Nia come out, and she's like, "Did she get bigger?" This is coming from another woman saying it.
Oh lordy.
Just disclaimer. It was another woman that said that, not us.
Damn.
Damn.
Looking worse than Everrise out there.
Oh my god. We all know Fat Jackson got that dumpy belly going.
Oh my god. My man's
Porky.
Drew, what wrestler has a muffin top? This is not okay.
Chuck Taylor.
This is not okay.
Oh yeah, Chuck Taylor. Well, fuck Taylor.
Fuck Taylor.
Oh my god.
Fuck Taylor.
Trash. Yo, guys, I have to ask you guys a personal question because I mean, wait, you know what, Drew? Continue. I don't know if you was done with the tag team matchup because I got something to get off my chest about this first matchup.
Oh no, we were already done. RJ finished it. I pretty much said my 2 cents about it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but this was the first moment that I've seen that Goldberg had a wholesome moment on TV. I never seen bro.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off. Let's just segue into the next match, and I'll let you continue.
Oh yeah.
So the next match, which would be the first match of the main show, was a WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre, the champion, defending against Goldberg. I couldn't clock what the time was, but Drew McIntyre won, retaining. Continue, Monty.
Yeah. Ah man, seriously, the way he looked at him, the way he shook his hand, and then that embrace, that hug, that wasn't no normal hug. I don't know if he's done with I don't know if he's done being in big time matchups like that, but man, oh man, I gotta say sorry because I talked an awful lot of shit about him the past couple weeks, and RJ, for real, I ain't gonna lie, that was really, really wholesome. To hold his hand up, Goldberg really gives credit to nobody, literally nobody. So to see that on TV, that meant a great deal of me, and I can only imagine what that meant to Drew. But this is what Goldberg should have been doing from jump. You're supposed to be putting over people, just like Brock Lesnar. The credibility of you beating Goldberg? Jeez. Come on, guys. Let me hear your thoughts. What you guys think about that whole little segment?
Go ahead, RJ.
Well, the match is Garbaggio. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. That was a popular. So my God, my man, whatever. Goldberg don't need to do no more jackhammers. I swear to God, that was bad. I thought Drew McIntyre was gonna break his leg. Actually, that landing.
Yeah.
If you go back and you watch how his leg hit that canvas, I was like, oh God, that was a disaster. Or it could have been, but the embrace afterwards. Yeah, you're right. Goldberg's never done anything like that on TV.
I've never seen that, bro.
Maybe it was him trying to save face. I have no idea, but I guess I don't know if he's done, but he should be done. And I would like to hope that he's done, but I don't know either.
Let me ask you this, Drew. Then, if that's the case, what would you like to see him do if he's still under contract to 2023? You can't just keep using him like this? Would you like to see him fight mid-carders? Would you like to see him just appear and just spear random people? Like, how do you use Goldberg in like some type of like full capacity, but without putting him in that main event spot? Because let's be honest, it's a waste of a match at this point now. It's clear it's a waste of a match. So what do we do? How do we go about this?
Well, I mean, like I mentioned on the show, and I've said this before, if you're going to use Goldberg, use him as an attraction. Use him as a guy, again, like with Flair. If you're going to bring these legends in, have them come back as, as a part of like an appearance or something, or WrestleMania Legends thing. Goldberg in 2021, I'm stating the obvious here, should not be in the main event of anything. He should not be fighting for titles. When they brought him in that thing against Dolph, I was like, okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fine.
Bring him in against mid-carders. Bring him in against like a heel, mid-carder. I'm fine with that. But put him in, having him go over Fiend, which we don't need to talk about that anymore. Which, by the way, was the winner of the Yari Worst Match of the Year award.
Bro,
I believe it.
That's not it. Hey, you were there, RJ.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, of course.
I don't put him up against Drew McIntyre. Don't put him up against any top guys. Just use him sparingly. Hell, you can have him as a surprise engine for the Rumble, as long as he doesn't win. Like, just have him.
Yeah, right. I'm good with that.
Have him spear some motherfucker, like they did with Kane. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. No, have him for the Andre Memorial Battle Royals if they insist on having that. Like, have him for spots like that. That's cool. Or like me and Monty said the other night.
It's like
since they made Adam Pearce like a bitch on TV, why not have Goldberg be the new quote unquote enforcer? That'd be a different role for him. He can keep his words short, sweet, and simple. He can have Sonya Deville do all the other extra detailed talking for him, since they insist on having her be, assistant to, I guess, Adam Pearce or whatever. And that's it. Why not?
I don't mind that. You got to use him. You got to use him at some point, so it's not like he's not really taking away time from anybody where it could be big time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like what they did with Kane tonight. They used him sparingly, and they had him, eliminate 2 mid-carders. Ricochet. Maybe not Ricochet. I was glad it was Dolph. But Ricochet, maybe not, because he's still.
They were doing my son Ricochet dirty, bro.
Boy, you saw he bounced off that apron? Good Lord.
Wait. It's crazy how you mentioned Ricochet and don't mention the disrespect for Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is up with that, by the way? Me and you talked about that before.
Yo, Drew, I'm not going to hold you. I know we skipping ahead. I don't mean to. I apologize, but that shit got me fucking tight.
I know. But you know what, Monty? I think what it is is what we talked about before on our show. Like I think they know his body just can't hold it.
I don't know.
He can't take it anymore.
That whisper in the wind was beautiful. It was great.
Beautiful. But you see how he got eliminated and how he was down for a while after he got eliminated.
Like, yeah, I know.
Shit like that be getting me wincing, bro.
Yeah, bro. I see what you mean. I do. It just sucks, bro. He barely lasted like 3 minutes. I was like shocked. I text Evan as soon as it happened, like, bro, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm a Jeff Hardy fan. I've always been a Jeff Hardy
fan.
Yeah,
me too.
So
word, bro.
He's someone that still has something to give. The thing is, I don't know what they want to do with him now, because it's like, he's clearly the star. Between him and Matt, he's clearly the star. He still has something to offer.
Always been the star.
I don't expect him, to be champion again. I really don't. If any,
me neither.
You can put him in a program with something. Hell, I wouldn't mind him being in a program with Roman. Maybe just like a one-off pay-per-view, but like, at Extreme Rules, him and Roman in a UFC match.
Oof,
that'd be interesting.
I'm down.
Drew, here's the question though: can his body take that though? You see how Jeff Hardy be reacting sometimes when he wins matches? Like he looks like he's about to die. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm coming from when I see these kind of things. People think I'm hating or whatever. I'm not hating. I love Jeff Hardy. I love Jeff Hardy like everybody. I would love him to get one more last shot at the title. I really do. But look at the man's body language.
I can't even lie. He do. Yeah, he do look like he be hurting after every matchup.
Even the ones he win.
Yeah, he do. He look hurt. He look hurt.
Do you remember that one match he had? I think it was sometime last summer. After he was in that feud with Elias, or after he quote unquote ran over Elias, like he beat somebody. He went up the ramp and he like legit fell down. I'm like, what the hell? Yo, what are you doing? I thought it was part of a storyline, but not. Like he looked like he was legit out of it. And every match since then, like you just look at his body language. I'm just like, yo, I think it's time for him to wrap it up, man. I really do. And it's a shame. Like I said, I would love him to have one more last run.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Come to think of it, you guys make good points. That's probably a reason why. Maybe they know something we don't. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna say about that. And also, not to skip, but Jeff Hardy was the first person eliminated from the Rumble. So
yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like. That's why I didn't like too. But I don't know if y'all want to. Let's just move on to the next match. First off, when this women's championship matchup pulled up, I didn't even know it was on the card. I was tight. I didn't even want to watch this shit.
Well, I think it was like barely. I think it was barely announced yesterday. But yeah, next match, SmackDown Women's Title, Sasha, the champ, defending against Carmella with Reginald.
Oh God!
By the way, the McIntyre and Goldberg match lasted 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So 2.5 minutes.
Oh.
But yeah, this match.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this match, I like Sasha.
Okay.
I don't want to see Carmella in anything ever again. I kind of see. I want to see Carmella gone. At this point, I don't even want to see her on Casting Couch.
Damn.
Oh, damn! Oh my God!
He said, RJ, he said casting couch. Oh my God.
It's like, damn. I am genuinely worried for Carmella when she blinks, because I'm afraid her entire eye will split when she blinks.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how much fucking plastic surgery she's gotten. Like, Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Damn.
But the thing about it, Carmella must have got a lot of that stuff removed from her face. Because her face looks less Botox than it was a few years ago. Remember when she made the bad decision to dye her hair like magenta or purple or whatever?
Yeah.
She looked like fucking Roger from American Dad. Sort of
I'm
like, holy shit.
Y'all going crazy tonight. Oh.
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I liked about this matchup was that Sasha Banks was dripped out in Louis V. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah.
She had on a whole Louis V fit. I'm like, no, she didn't.
Oh, yes, she did.
She had the drip. But I ain't gonna lie, Drew. I agree. And RJ did. This match was... I didn't even care for it. Like, I was tight that it was added. I was tight that it was added because it was like... You dragged out the pay-per-view.
I watched it. I thought the match was fine. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was particularly good either. Carmella almost broke her goddamn neck doing that dive.
Oh my God, bro!
And she popped right back up. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Let me go back to why I hate Carmella. You know what my problem is with her? It's just, I don't know. This is just me. And if I offend somebody with this, I'm sorry. I mean, really not sorry, but I have a problem with suburban white girls that try to pretend that they're from the hood. I put that on Twitter. Carmella seems like the type of white friend that desperately wants her black friends to give her the N-word pass.
Ooh.
Because she's out there talking.
Shots fired. Boom, boom.
Like I hear her yelling at Sasha like, "Oh no, honey, you ain't gonna come at me." I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking? Who the fuck are you?
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Like, what the fuck? You're from Massachusetts. Shut up.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Right. It says she's from Staten Island, and she's not from Staten Island. I'm from Staten Island.
She's from Boston.
Well, I was raised in Staten Island. She ain't from Staten Island.
Oh my god.
I know, right? But nonetheless, Monty, she's from Boston, though. That's the part about it that hurts the most.
Yeah, don't even add up.
She's from our rival city.
I know. And then they make her claim New York. Disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. Somebody get smacked for that.
For real.
So let me ask you guys this: were you guys as mad as when they claimed Enzo was from New York, but he was from New Jersey?
No and yes, because New Jersey tri-state, because you can make the same claim that the New York Giants and the New York Jets aren't New York teams because henceforth they don't play in New York. Their stadium isn't in New York. It's New Jersey. So like, I guess it counts because say if Enzo has stories like, or you listen to interviews and stuff, and he travels to the city and chills in the city and stuff like that. Where is he mostly like living his life? Yeah, he's from Jersey, but if he's in New York all the time, I guess you could claim it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm from New York, so it's different. I guess they just did it because Cass is from Queens, so it felt more like New York homey. I don't know.
Right. So let me ask.
They never claimed he was from New York. He was always announced from Hackensack, New Jersey, though.
Who? Enzo.
Yeah.
And Big Cass was from. They always said Queens, New York, though.
Yeah, Big Cass. Yeah, because Big Cass is from Queens. Yeah.
But
Enzo was always announced from Hackensack.
So let me ask y'all this: do you guys ever get offended when they try to say New York and New Jersey are the same thing?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that shit.
Okay,
nah, bro.
New York got more culture than New Jersey.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stunt. Well, I can't get hood right now. My bad, but yeah.
New Jersey, cool and everything, but you know, it ain't New York.
Let me just say this: New Jersey dogs are different from New York dogs, and I'm not saying that as disrespect. It's just they're different. We different. It's different.
Okay. So please don't yell at me. I was just asking a simple question.
I'm about to get Damian Priest on this man.
I just picture you pulling out brass knucks like, Drew, change the fucking question. Right motherfucking now. I'm like, I was just asking a question, Monty. Don't hurt me, please.
Nah, bro, it's all love, chill. It's all love.
But, Sasha wins the match with a submission, and hopefully we don't have to see that again. Moving on to the first Royal Rumble match, which was the women's. I wrote down everybody that came out. Fuck it. Let's just. I'll get to that later. So, overall, the winner of the match was Bianca Belair. And
Thanks.
It came down to her and Rhea Ripley, which was good to watch. Overall, what was everyone's thoughts on the match? I'm talking too much, so someone talk.
well. My two picks were the last two in the match, so I was a happy camper regardless. But a big part of me wanted Rhea Ripley to get that win. I love that woman. She's my favorite women's wrestler in WWE. But Victoria came back. I was hyped.
Right.
I don't know about you guys. I was hyped. That Jilly and Billy segment was fucking hilarious. Yo, Billy Kay, they just, protect her at all costs, people. You gotta protect her. Yo, Billy Kay is comedic gold. Like RJ said, I'm surprised she got in that ring and wrestled tonight. but I don't know. It was great. Bianca had a really, really great showing. Shotzi Blackheart, RJ.
I know, right, man?
That shit was bro. That shit was crazy too. I mean, it was good.
Oh, hey!
Go ahead.
Leaving one person out, man.
Oh, Tony Tom.
Oh my god, boy! Tony Storm was looking good tonight, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and gonna call that speed right here, right now.
I'm gonna just Drew. I hand it over to RJ.
Oh, Drew, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Go ahead.
And Kevin Castle might appreciate this one. Tony Storm was looking absolutely fuckalicious tonight. God damn!
Fuckalicious. That's a nice one.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I was over here sweating like a motherfucker, man.
Yo,
oh my god.
I can't take you nowhere, bro.
Man.
Yo, Drew, we can't take this.
Damn. God, man.
Good God.
Damn. Like I seen a lot. I seen a lot of thick white girls in my day, all right? But I ain't never seen one built like Toni Storm before. Like I told Monty before. That's like finding a needle in a haystack, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
That's a pretty thick ass needle, if you ask me.
You're damn right. That's a thick ass needle.
Yo.
Hey, man. Oh man.
I think John Draper said it best. If she's gonna come out, you might as well give another entrance for her ass.
Yo.
Oh my god. Yo, I've been saying it. Me and my boy on Twitter, EKO, we've been saying it for a while. They got to give Toni Storm Carmella's new entrance with the whole sheet and shit. Oh my god. Yo. That will really break a new meaning to a dark match if you get what I mean.
Oh
you know what I'm saying?
My god, bro.
You saw Kev put too thick Tony.
Oh my, you damn right. Shorty thicker than a frozen bowl of oatmeal, bro. God damn.
Like that video of that guy in jail. He points after they say that. Oh, yo, that man gave no fucks, bro.
Oh my god.
Yo,
nah, but she was looking great. What y'all think about Jillian Hall coming back tonight? I thought that was weird.
Bro, it was so funny. It was so funny because, like, I feel like every time I heard her sing back in the day, I used to always laugh because she fucking sucked, and she still fucking sucks.
Jillian looks like Linda Hogan. She really did.
Yo,
I was Linda Hogan at first,
bro. Wait, hold up. You know Tori Wilson showed up? Yo, she was smooth as fuck in that ring still.
That might have been the best she's ever looked in the ring, honestly.
Bro, I was so shocked.
Yeah, how old is Tori Wilson again?
No idea.
If my mother's like a few years away from 50, like she's got to be around the same age group. 44. Kevin said 44.
45 actually.
See?
Oh, okay.
Bro, she looked great in there. She looked great.
Well, I literally put on Twitter, I said she does not look like she aged at all. She looks the same as she did when I was like fucking 16.
Yo, I'm
26 now.
Let me ask you guys this question. I logged off of Twitter right before the Rumble started. Have you guys ever done that? Like, have you guys ever watched like a pay-per-view in full without even checking?
Well, I mean,
sometimes
I'll do that if I'm not able to actually watch the pay-per-view. Like if I'm at work or if I'm out somewhere and I'm missing a little bit of the show, I'll try to stay off social media as much as I can.
Nah, because I did that tonight, and for some reason, I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed it that way way much better.
Right.
Well, like the live tweeting, huh?
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore for pay-per-views. I think it's way better to just enjoy it fully through. I don't gotta keep looking back and forth. And I probably would have missed so many shits. Like when Victoria came out, I was like, nah, no fucking way. Like, yo, you know how many times? You know how long I've been waiting for her to come back? Years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Holy shit, it was so cool. I love the surprise entrance.
Yeah, and you knew it was going to be a while because, if I'm not mistaken, didn't she fake her retirement and went to TNA?
Yeah.
And I think that's why they was mad tight at her for a while.
Yeah, because I think JR called her last match, and I think he got pissed off that she claimed that she was going to retire, and he's like, nah. Which is kind of, really, really is like the definition of petty. But I mean, yeah, it's good to have Victoria back. I mean, she obviously looks. Again, don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, she looks good, but she also looks her age. I'm just gonna put it that way. But,
well, yeah, she's old, bro.
Yeah, Victoria got to be like 52, isn't she? Pushing. Yeah,
she's
at least pushing it.
She looked great.
But let me just get to the participants in the match because I took notes for the first time in years. She's 97.
There you go.
Come on, Kev. All right, so the participants.
My man Drew be doing his homework.
Bailey was entrant number 1. Naomi was 2.
Good God. Oh, my God.
Bianca was 3. Billie Kay was 4. Shotzi Blackheart was 5. Shayna Baszler was 6.
Nice.
Toni Storm was 7. Jillian Hall was 8. Ruby Riott was 9. Number 10 was Victoria. Number 11 was Peyton Royce. 12 was Santana Garrett, which was interesting. 13.
I did not. I don't. Wait, hold up. Sorry, Drew. Who the fuck is that?
Santana Garrett.
She's been around for a long time.
She's in NXT. She's basically like a what's the best way to put it? She's basically like a jobber in NXT.
I wouldn't say that. She didn't barely even get started. Like she really, really disappeared. They ain't been using her. They only used her twice last year, and she just disappeared off the face of the earth.
RJ,
and Monty, and there's the thing though. She's one of those women I was telling you about that NXT has a lot of women they don't do shit with. She's a pure example of that.
All right, well, guess what? I'm gonna ask you the same question. Who the fuck is Samantha Garrett?
Santana.
Who is this woman?
Santana Garrett.
I don't know
Santana. It's Santana Garrett. Whatever the fuck her name is. Why she? Yo, no disrespect. Why she come out here looking like a female Ultimate Warrior? What the fuck is this?
Oh my goodness.
What was this?
I don't know.
What is this? Why she give me great value Bailey vibes? What is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Great value Bailey. Are you sure you're not talking about Kylie Ray?
Yeah, that's great value Bailey right there.
Nah. I don't know. Santana Garrett. I don't know. Yo, Drew, go on with who else came out?
Okay, number 13 was Liv Morgan, which I'm not gonna lie, she looked good. I'm not gonna lie. Number 14 was Rhea Ripley, who actually had the most eliminations
My girl.
tonight with 7. She had 7 eliminations. 15 was Charlotte. 16 was Dana Brooke. 17 was Tori Wilson. 18 was Lacey Evans. 19 was Mickie James. 20 was Nikki Cross with weirdly generic alternative Melissa Etheridge music.
That's bad.
21 with Alicia Fox, who became the 24/7 champion for 2 minutes and then lost it. 22 was Mandy Rose. 23 was Dakota Kai. 24 was Carmella. 25 was Tamina. 26 was Lana. 27 was Alexa Bliss, who for some reason everybody ganged up on her to beat her up, and then she became evil and Rhea Ripley threw her out. 28 was Ember Moon. 29 was Nia Jax, and 30 was Natalya, which was announced on Backstage last night. So, like I mentioned...
Hey, Drew, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Do you think Alexa Bliss is still hurt? If you notice the booking pattern within her last few matches, it hasn't been all that great, if you know what I mean. Like, she hasn't really been doing anything all that physical all that much. And when it is, she's on offense, and then the bullshit starts happening, and then the match is over. Y'all think she's still hurt? And they're doing a lot of gaga in her matches lately.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Nah, I don't understand. If that's the case, RJ, why do you keep using her? Take her off TV like you did with Bray. Like, they should have, if that was the case, if they knew something, they should have had Randy do some wild, crazy shit to get her off TV. And stop half-assing it then. That's what it is. I'm so glad Rhea Ripley eliminated her ass. I was so happy.
You know what I was...
Get your bitch ass out of here. You want to fucking play around fucking trying to act like you all this character from Split. Get your ass out the goddamn ring.
You know what I was
ass out the ring.
You know what I was kind of scared of? When Rhea threw her out, I thought that she was going to come back from the ring and distract her.
Yep.
I was like, oh god, please don't give Rhea Alexa as her first feud. It's like,
but if Rhea gets the win, yo, this is my thing though. Rhea had a phenomenal showing. Right. She has to debut. She has to debut soon.
Well, I mean, isn't that
on the main roster?
Isn't that kind of the plan?
I hope. I mean, what if they just keep her off TV and then she doesn't debut until like after WrestleMania, some shit like that?
Well, I mean, the way it looks like she's going to Raw because Bianca.
Thank God.
Bianca's on SmackDown, and It looks like Rhea's going to be on Raw because Rhea is one of the top 3 women in the company, and that's including NXT. And Raw needs some star power, in their women's division. And
yeah, they do
desperately.
I have a feeling that her first feud is going to be with Alexa.
Oh boy, yeah, I see that.
Nah, RJ, don't boy it. If Rhea wins, I'm okay with that.
That's my thing. I don't know. They fucking love Alexa Bliss, bro.
I know, bro. I know. They
love Alexa Bliss, bro. They gave that girl the world. They gave that girl the world in 6 months.
You know what's crazy though? But you know what's crazy? She gets overlooked. She gets overlooked more than the 4 horsewomen.
Well, I mean, because she's always out injured.
Well, I mean, because she's 5'2". Get it?
Well, what do you mean? 5'2", but and she's not recognized as.
It was a bad joke. I'm sorry. It was a bad joke.
She's not recognized as a great worker like those 4 either. So,
yo, Drew, I'm 5'5". What the fuck was that supposed to mean, bro? I'm not that tall, bro.
Whoa! You getting hot?
Whoa!
You getting hot?
What's wrong with that, Drew? RJ, why are you making fun of us? Why are you making fun of little people?
Yeah, no, right? Drew he's enforcing his
I was making fun of Alexa Bliss. I wasn't making fun of you, Monty.
I'm kidding. Oh shit. Oh, good stuff.
You know, as boys from the city, we on the shorter side, but it's all good.
Yeah, bro. My bad. We get hot tempered out here quick.
Yeah.
My bad, Drew. It's all love.
No, I know. I was just playing along.
I mean that's why to me she gets overlooked is because she's always injured. And I think it's the concussions every time too, if I'm not mistaken. And like she does a lot more. Alexa Bliss is more of and we say it all the time on our show. She's more of a character wrestler.
Well, I mean, isn't that
in a sense where her character outweighs anything she does in the ring? Well,
I mean,
which is fine. That's definitely fine.
Didn't you tell me, RJ, before that she's more interested in being a character rather than a wrestler?
Yeah, and that's fine. That has a place in wrestling and WWE. Period, as far as I'm concerned. Like, because imagine if everybody was just a wrestler or a worker. That would suck. There's no variety in that. So me myself, I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that's good. That's what's needed. That's what makes the business go around because you're touching on different things. If Sasha's a good worker, but she's not exactly the greatest on the mic or doesn't have great charisma or this, that, and the other, that's fine because, okay, you have Alexa who can do the talking or whatever, has a great character, has, great acting ability, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody new brings something to the table, So I don't mind that at all.
Let me ask you guys this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Alexa gets overlooked because of the 4 horsewomen?
Yes.
No. I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, when you look at her past in NXT, what did she do in NXT?
Nothing. She was a manager for a tag team that both of them are literally doing minimal shit.
Yeah, and when you think,
and rightfully so, because if you look at who was on top in NXT, it was the 4 horsewomen, and rightfully so. He was killing and having great matches and blowing everybody away on takeovers. You imagine if Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie was headlining a takeover, all of us would be like, "What the fuck? Get the hell out of here with that shit." That's main roster shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we would have been complaining about how awful NXT would have been back then.
Yeah, no. And it's crazy because if it wasn't for what NXT used to do back then, because I know you guys remember. I remember when NXT was basically Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, Bo Dallas. They had Tyler Breeze when he was Prince Pretty. Like, first off, how the hell Vince McMahon gonna be like, "Oh, I don't understand the Prince Pretty gimmick"? Are you that dumb?
That's a gimmick straight out of his catalog, though.
It was so straightforward. I didn't understand. Like, how do you not get that?
Yeah, I mean, Vince is weird. I mean, if Vince doesn't either if Vince basically doesn't understand the gimmick, then you're done for. And you look at the Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains, that was a gimmick that should have been over a lot better than it was. And for whatever reason, Vince just it's weird. It's like you said with Tyler.
Simon Gotch had a bad attitude.
Well, that, and also, again, there are rumors that Vince just didn't get the gimmick, which is weird because it's a gimmick about wrestling. It's a gimmick about two old school wrestlers.
Too, Drew, here's the thing, Drew. That's something he probably would have came up with in his own head. That's a gimmick straight out of his catalog too. We all know Vince is all about the goofy gimmicks and shit like that. You mean to tell me he probably wouldn't come up with the Vaudevillains himself? Like that, to me, that's crazy. Or at least Simon Gotch. Like, I'm surprised that they didn't get further because of Simon Gotch, the way he looked. Simon Gotch looked like a goofball. We all know Vince loves goofing around and having a good time. Like, I was really shocked when they kept Aiden English over Simon Gotch. But Simon Gotch, his attitude must have been really, really bad for them to get rid of his ass quick, fast, in a hurry. And that's still at a time where they wasn't even releasing anybody.
Yeah, but going back to the Women's Royal Rumble, like we were mentioning, the final two came down to Rhea and Bianca Belair. Bianca came in at 3. Rhea came in at 14. Or not? No, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the men's for some reason. Rhea.
No, I think you were right though.
Rhea came in at I was right, 14. Never mind.
Yeah.
So you look at the final two of this Women's Royal Rumble. It's literally the future of not just the women's division but the company. You see two women that actually look like women. And I'm gonna channel my inner Jim Cornette. They actually look like women and not just little girls. Like they were two just, I don't want to say hosses. I would say maybe Rhea's more of a hoss than Bianca. Bianca is just very athletic. Like the best compliment.
She's strong, bro.
The best compliment I can give her is that she's almost like the female Kurt Angle in some aspects. Like she's someone that just gets it. Like she was able to get it from the get-go. And she's not someone that went to wrestling school or independence or territories. Like she came to WWE, to the Performance Center, and she was able to get it. So, but I'm glad it came down to these two. I would have been fine with either one. But Bianca won, and it kind of looks like it's Bianca and Sasha at Mania. That's which we're fine.
That's what I want.
Yeah, that's dope. That's fire.
So let me ask y'all this. So where does that leave Rhea as far as WrestleMania goes?
I don't know. Does Charlotte? It looks like either. I'm not too sure. It could look like since Charlotte and Asuka aren't the tag champs, Charlotte wins that belt back and Rhea gets the redemption title win at Mania to correct their wrongdoing. They can still do that. It looks more possible now that they're not tag champs anymore. So I don't know if Vince is gonna, jump on board with her like straight away and give her that title opportunity. But I mean, if I'm being honest, why the fuck not? But that's just me personally. That's just me personally because I'm a big fan. But I don't know. You have to keep her momentum high, and to do that, you have to give her storylines with people credible enough where I don't know, like she's on a high pedestal still, and like she doesn't lose that momentum. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't mind seeing Rhea and Asuka at Mania.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah. Don't mind that either.
Well, I mean, because I think Charlotte and Lacey might have a program at Mania. But, I mean, they might end up doing a rematch. They might end up doing a rematch just so they can get Rhea's heat back. Go ahead, RJ.
Yeah. And me and you talked about this. Well, matter of fact, I talked about this with both of you about them possibly doing a redemption story for Rhea Ripley, which is why she wasn't really hot on NXT afterwards and this, that, and the other. And my argument at the time was that if they went back to her and Charlotte, then that'd be great. And like we're close to that, but like you guys say, of course, Charlotte's got to win the belt at a certain point between now and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Or really, technically, sometime before or sometime between the next pay per view or whatever they're doing. And are they doing Fastlane in the Elimination Chamber this year? By the way,
I believe so. I know Fastlane's going to be the first pay per view on the Peacock. So
okay,
possibly.
And that's
Go ahead.
No, I'm not too sure when it is. It might be in March.
I think it is. And Elimination Chamber, they haven't really said. They haven't really said when that's going to be. If I had to guess, I would say February, like it always is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but she's got to win it between Elimination Chamber or Fastlane.
But I guess we'll find out. But yeah, Bianca wins, which is good. We're happy about that. Next match.
Yeah. And I like the feel good moment she had afterwards. That was really good. That was really nice and really touching, and it felt real. I love as much as shit as WWE gets for toning down and making certain people feel like robots and shit like that. I like that they had Bianca go out there and spill out her real emotions after the match. It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone didn't see it, there's a Chronicle episode about Bianca on the network. It's about 27 minutes, and it's really good. She talks about her life and past struggles, and she admitted that she had bulimia back in the day, and she got so bad that she had to check herself into a mental institution, which that kind of shocked me a little bit. But this was good. I mean, her promo was good because it felt genuine. It didn't feel like she was reading off of a cue card or if it was something she had to memorize. Like, that was genuine emotion. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little choked up because she seemed happy. She seemed like she was genuinely happy. And, it's always good when good things happen to good people.
Yep.
So, but next match is the Universal Championship match. Last man standing between Roman Reigns, the champ, the Tribal Chief, and Kevin Owens. Go ahead. Whoever wants to start off.
Oh, man. You gotta love Kevin Owens. That swanton off the forklift. Good grief. Oh, my God. And that was after he got fucking thrown through a table again. Like, this, I think we all talked about this. Their chemistry is just so chef's kiss. It was such a back and forth battle. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know Paul Heyman taking forever to get those handcuffs off was definitely a fucking botch. But that was definitely a fucking botch. But because it just didn't make sense. How he going, he's struggling to get it off. He gets it off, right? Puts KO in the guillotine, and then he's on the floor, passed out. Bro, you were just sitting up with your feet up, telling him to get the handcuffs off. Now you're passed out? Okay, cool, whatever. But it was a really great back and forth battle. It was so crazy. They literally did everything. Freaking Roman Reigns freaking drives him through, what was that, like a caddy? What the fuck, yo? What the fuck was going on? So much shit. But look, how'd you guys enjoy this match?
Go ahead, RJ.
I thought it was good. Both guys went out there and delivered, like I expected them to. And Monty, me and you talked about it. We expected them to go out there and have a good match. These guys have good chemistry. I think their chemistry and their dynamic is very underrated. I think their rivalry is pretty good because these guys don't miss. Going back to their feud in 2016 and 2017, their matches and chemistry was really good too. But I think now that Roman Reigns is the heel and Kevin Owens is the babyface, the dynamics of the feud looks great. Kevin Owens looks like an everyday man. Roman Reigns look like I said the other day, Roman Reigns looks like a Greek god. So it all fits so perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, enjoyed the match. I mean, these two they never seem to disappoint. This match, I dare I say, was probably better than the TLC match. It might even been better than their match at Royal Rumble 2017. These two. Oh, wow. These two just find a way to bring out the best in each other. And
and Drew, you was there live for that pay-per-view, so yeah, you can speak on that more than anybody.
Oh yes, that was by far the best match of the night, and that was probably the best I've seen Roman look. Kevin Owens is he's that guy you can put him in a big match with a top guy like a Roman, and it'll pay off because Roman can work. I mean, is he the most polished guy in the ring? No, but he's almost like I will say like a Brock, where if you give him someone that can sell for him and make his shit look good, the match will come out fine. And what's all that noise in the background?
I think it's my heater.
Okay, that's fine. I have my fan on. But anyways, yeah, the match was great. I like the golf cart spot like that. That was genius. It was probably a lot better than the AEW thing, and I don't care who gets mad about that.
Oh my god, don't even talk, man. So many people was like, they copied off AEW and all that stuff. I'm like, good grief, because I was like, damn.
It was random.
Like, shit was it was random as fuck. It looked more impactful.
Yeah. Kevin sold it a lot better than Sammy.
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, you copied off of AEW," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Nothing's original wrestling. Like, come on, people." And AEW probably copied from GCW or CZW or PWG back when they used to have crazy matches. So, like, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to copy WWE in some aspects, which, I mean, they pretty much have copied WWE, and they don't want to admit it. But, nothing's
original in wrestling. Nothing.
Yeah, you're right. But, Kevin Owens, they did a really good job in this match making you believe that Kevin Owens was going to win, that he had a shot at winning. I mean, that's
exactly what RJ said.
Yeah, I mean, I like the booking of Roman Reigns. I like the fact that they're not making him too dominant to where, like, he's going out there and people are taking him to the limit, but at the last second, he'll find some cheap heel way to win it, and I like it. You know, like the handcuff spot. You know, I was like, oh shit, are they actually going to give it to Kevin Owens? Like, there was a second where I thought, they're actually going to give it to Kevin Owens, and then Roman, just little details I love. You know, I told Monty this. Little details I love, where he grabs the ref and throws him into that thing. I'm like, oh, that's fucking perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Roman won like we thought he would. Where do you think this leaves Kevin Owens?
I have no fucking clue.
He's got a feud with Sami Zayn. They got to do that feud in reverse. That's the only thing I can say both of them right now, because both of them have nothing. Because he can't get another title shot after this. He done got beat 3 times already.
Yeah. I second that. There's not. Yeah. I don't. Is it like right now? It's uncertain for what's to come for KO. What do you do with somebody that lost to the Universal Champion 3 times? Let alone that steel cage match on SmackDown. Is that 3 times?
Yeah, it's the 3rd time.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, I don't know, Drew. What would you do?
I mean, I would like to think that his stock kind of rises in the eyes of the company because he's able to go out there and have, you know, great match after great match after great match with, you know, pretty much. I mean, yeah, he's, you know, the head of the table. I mean, the head of the table in the company, the tribal chief. I don't know what you do with him. I mean, you obviously can't have another match because they're done. No. You know, Roman needs to move on. You know, give him something for Mania. Give him something interesting. I mean, him and Sami Zayn, I think, will be an interesting feud because obviously they have history, and you know they would have good chemistry with each other. I don't know what else you would do. I really don't. I mean, I would like for Owens to have something to do. I don't know. I honestly, I know it sounds like a cop out. I really don't know. I honestly don't know what you do with Kevin, but I would like it to be something interesting.
Yeah.
That's really all I gotta say about it.
Yeah.
But we move on to the main event, which is the Men's Royal Rumble. Let's see. It was announced on Backstage that Edge and Randy Orton were the first 2 participants. I could have sworn they said Randy Orton was going to be number 1, but it came down to Edge was number 1, Randy was number 2. Those burn marks really healed rather quickly, don't you think?
Yeah, I know, right? Randy Orton called him a top-notch personal surgeon, huh?
Seriously.
Goddamn, some went from looking like, you know, I mean, looking like the fucking. I mean, he just looked disfigured on Monday, and now all of a sudden he looks normal, like nothing ever happened. So
I mean, he wasn't really disfigured. Look, he just got really bad, like he got really wicked sunburn. But it was just like that healed really quickly. It's like wow, but it's not here nor there. But yeah, Edge and Orton start the match, and they just continue to brawl, continue that feud, which is good because it would have not really made sense if they just started out the match, even Steven and just went out there and fight. It made sense that there was continuity because Edge sees it as like, motherfucker, I came back and you tried to hurt me again. You tried to re-injure me and then you RKO'd my wife and then you hurt me again. And I'm gonna whoop that ass. Like I'm gonna beat that ass. So I like that there was that continuity. That they just didn't give a fuck. They just brought outside the ring. But they still continued. I like that they didn't do anything stupid like eliminate each other. Like that would have been dumb. Would have been dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
What else would I like to say? I guess I'll just go through the participants like I did last time. So number 3 was Sami Zayn. Number 4 was Ali. Number 5 was Jeff Hardy, who was the first to be eliminated. Yeah, we're here. We're still here, Kev. We are still here. Matter of fact, Kev, if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to join in. But what was I going to say? Number 6 was Dolph. Number 7 was Nakamura, who's not wearing a top anymore. He's back to wrestling topless. Number 8 was
titties.
Number 8 was Carlito, the return of Carlito, who looked Jack fucking Diesel.
Oh my god, bro!
Man, he's looking brolic out here.
Oh my god, bro! You guys have no idea. Now I have 2 Puerto Ricans on the main roster. Woohoo! Let's go! Well, it could have been a one and done, but it was great to see him back. He looked great, fantastic.
Yeah, like he looked jacked,
bro. Oh my god!
Because before he wasn't like, I wouldn't say out of shape, but he was kind of like average. He had like an average build. He looked jacked, like fucking jacked. Like what kind of apples is he eating? Like, jeez.
I mean, that new brolic steroid apple.
Wow. Nah, bro, that's wellness policy. He wouldn't have even made it to the Rumble.
Maybe it's something they ain't detected yet.
Ooh, true.
It was funny. My sister-in-law was asking, "Why does he have an apple?" Well, that's to spit in the face of people who are
people that don't like it.
And she's just like, but that still doesn't explain why he has an apple. I'm like,
God. And the famous words of my Hispanic people, "Ay, Dios mío." Oh man.
But after Carlito, Xavier Woods was number 9. Big E was 10. John Morrison was 11. Ricochet was 12. Elias was 13.
Mr. Boring.
The debut of Damian Priest was number 14.
My guy, I popped like crazy. He came out with the all white gear from NXT in Your House. Fire.
And
he had a superstar, man.
And I noted it down here. He had 4 eliminations. He was tied with Big E with 4 eliminations. So after him was Miz, and then after him was Matt Riddle. Daniel Bryan was 11. Kane making a nice little return with 12. Actually, he was 18. I'm sorry. He was 18. Speaking of boring, Corbin was 19. Who?
Oh my god! They had Ling Lorben freaking eliminate Nakamura. Get the fuck. That shit got me so tight, bro.
Yeah, that really got on my nerves. I was just like, dude.
Yeah, really? Me too.
Why Corbin?
Why Corbin? It's not Corbin, Drew. It's Lorben. Ling Lorben. Because he takes L's. Fucking bum.
It's like I thought we were done with. That's like I said about the NBA. I thought we were done with super teams. I thought we were done with Corbin.
Word, like enough.
He's still around.
And it's weird because Corbin looks like my brother. He looks exactly like my older brother.
Oh God.
Except my brother's actually likable. But After Lorben is Otis, who was eliminated.
Oh my! Another guy I can't stand.
Oh yeah, you don't like that? You don't like that, Monty?
Nah, bro, I hate him, bro. He's so whack. He's whack, bro.
Tell us how you really feel, Monty.
But listen, bro. It's funny. It's funny how you saw him in a singlet.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It took them that long to put him in a singlet, but when Keith Lee makes a debut, singlet, put him in a singlet. Like, word. That's how you do. I see how you treat my brothers, Vince. I'm gonna keep an eye on you, bro.
Well, to be fair, it was Vince it was Vince to tell Otis to start, taking off a singlet and rubbing his belly and shit all over the place.
He said that?
Yeah, he wanted Otis because he thought the whole belly thing was funny. Oh, rubbing his belly and shit.
So that's
he did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Vincent? I'm gonna have a word with you soon, bro.
I'm kind of on the same boat with Monty. I'm kind of fed up with Otis. Like I'm done. I'm done with Otis. I was done with him before. I'm done with him now. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get the gimmick.
Me neither. But Me neither.
He's a fun-loving blue solid worker. That's his gimmick.
Nah. It don't work. The only blue collar character that works is Stone Cold Steve Austin because he actually didn't give a fuck. This Otis dude, nah, this whack. Stealing Macho Man's, oh yeah, nah, bro, nah. Go sit your ass down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's whack. Oh yeah, these nuts in that elimination, boy. That ugly ass, doo-doo ass maroon singlet, ugly. Whoa. Ew.
Sorry. Let's move on. I don't want to anger anyone. Next is Dominic, who eliminated Lorben.
Yes, Lorben.
Well, that was good.
Yo, Drew, I laughed so hard at that shit.
I loved it. I loved every minute.
Me too.
Next was Lashley, who eliminated Dominic.
Drew, RJ. Me and RJ were texting about this. This man was going crazy.
Yeah, they made him look like a beast. They really made him look good. They made him look good. He
flung Dominic. Oh my fucking god, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Bobby Lashley is Brock Lesnar. He's just chocolate. Stop it. Like
chocolate Lesnar.
He's just chocolate. There's no difference. There's literally no fucking difference. They're big, huge, freakish athletes. They both accomplished mixed martial arts backgrounds. Yes, I don't give a fuck. Bobby Lashley did Bellator. Yes, Brock Lesnar did UFC. Yes, but they're still MMA. They both did it. Book the match. Put Bobby Lashley in the world title picture. Get this United States belt off this man. He is bigger than that belt. This man runs through anybody. And you have MVP. That's look. They got MVP. What is that? I don't know. It looks like a Black Paul Heyman to me with just more drip. I mean,
you want to know the difference between Brock and Bobby Lashley?
Don't do it.
Drew, Monty gonna hate this. Bobby, well, first of all, the common thread that both of those guys have is they both sound less intimidating the more they talk. That's one. And number two, Bobby Lashley looks confused, whereas Brock Lesnar doesn't look confused.
All right, bro. He doesn't look confused. I hate you, bro. He don't look confused. He don't look confused. His eyes be looking mad. First off, that Lashley and Big E stare down in their brawl. Oh, I want that. I fucking want that. Oh my god, that shit looks so cool.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Kev,
how you guys doing?
Mr. Castle.
Doing good, man.
I'm making the rounds. This is my 137th show that I'm on. I'm doing the marathon tonight. Going all night. Like Ric Flair back working. 87, going all night.
All night.
Woo! I was just by the Soup channel. I was going to stop here first, but I made a right turn and I wound up in JD land. Then I took a left, then I wound up in Solo Monster territory. And then I took a center, and I wound up in Conrad. That doesn't sound right, does it?
No, it does not.
It did it.
Can we edit that part out?
Did he say ouch?
I said, "Holy shit! It's the one-man gang." No, he doesn't. He doesn't even do it like. Clearly, I was in the wrong place because he doesn't do a live thing after the show. No, it seems like everybody's doing a live a chat, an after thing for the Royal Rumble. I don't even remember. I haven't done them, and I'm so out of it. What do we call these things again? Post recap. There you go.
Post recap.
Yeah, post recap show. But yeah, it's my first year in like 17 years not doing or 16 years not doing like a Royal Rumble recap. That's sad. Kind of sad.
Yeah, man, I'm glad. I haven't done one of these in like almost 2.5 years, I believe. So.
Oh, really? 2.5 years? Wow.
Yeah, 2.5 years. But I had the weekend off, so I had a
nice.
5-day vacation. So I decided, hey, why not? Let's just do a post show for a Rumble. But
yeah.
Well, do you guys do Monty and RJ? Do you guys normally do recaps after all the pay-per-views?
Yeah,
some of them
mainly if we can, but for the most part we try to do it. It's kind of fun. I feel like for the most part, honestly, Kev, with pay-per-views with WWE, they actually delivered. Like especially for given that pandemic and everything and stuff like that, they've actually delivered. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to actually do a recap for a pay-per-view because you're actually happy that you actually watched something you got to enjoy,
Yeah, no, tonight was good. That's the funny part is like, wow, tonight would have been like the best recap I could have done because everything is always kind of like 50-50 or it's not as good as it should be. So tonight I would have been overjoyed. Plus I wanted to be arrogant tonight on some podcasts because I got like 98% of the picks right, which is rare for me. I'm usually, maybe I go 5 for 7, 4 for 7, 3 for 7. I never went like, I almost got 100% right tonight. I got every match right. That's amazing.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great. I just stick to bragging Twitter rights. I couldn't do podcast bragging rights.
Yeah, it's weird because I think the only match I got wrong was the women's tag title match.
Me too. Me too.
Everything else, I think we were spot on.
Yeah.
Yo, Kev, don't you like that feeling where it's like you watching the match unfold, and then once the results goes, I fucking knew it. I just fucking knew it.
Well, it was funny because, again, I obviously I still do the Patreon show and stuff, but that's a limited audience. I mean, for like a mainstream audience, I listened to all these, I was on a couple of chats this week, and everyone's like, it's locked up. Daniel Bryan has, and even when I mentioned Edge, is like, everyone shot it down. It was like, even the podcasters like, yeah, they just threw Edge in there last minute to make you think he's going to win. It's Daniel Bryan's all the way, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think Edge is winning it, and because on a marquee, Edge matches up better in height, in size, and style with both Drew McIntyre and with Roman Reigns. Look at those guys, compare them, put them on a poster together. What looks better? Bryan doesn't match up good with Reigns or with Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan would be horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't match up. Edge has the height. He's lean. He's got the size. He's a vast array of different moves. Again, they can do any kind of style match. Edge is more of a marquee name, in my opinion. And everyone will look at this as Edge's last stand for the title. Daniel Bryan's quitting. He's already told people he's leaving. So it's like, people are going to back Edge because Edge wants to be back. He came back because Edge didn't say, I'm coming back one more time. He's going to be here. He's a full-timer. People were saying that tonight, too, on the chat. Oh, what's the difference between him and Goldberg? I go, the dude signed full-time. It's not his fault he got injured, Edge. He's not like Goldberg. He's nothing like Goldberg. Edge. If there were house shows, Edge would be doing them right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's not the same thing. And I know we don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse, so why don't we just pick up where you guys are at? You guys are like in the middle of the men's rumble, right?
Yeah, I was just going.
Well, I would say this, Kevin. I think that Edge is so above winning the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chambers and stuff like that because, like Goldberg, and Edge is more deserving to do this. Goldberg comes out and announces, "Hey, I don't shot. Who's next?" Why can't Edge do the same thing? Edge never lost the belt, so he could be like, "Hey, motherfucker, I never lost that. I want my shot at that. Mm-hmm. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to spill your ass over and over again until I get that shot." Mm-hmm. My thing is, why does he need to win the Royal Rumble to do that? And I know that fits. It's a good feel good moment. But I would have preferred if somebody younger would have won it. And I get your point about marquee and everything like that. Trust me, I come from the school of Don Tony and Kevin Castle, ways of thinking. And I'm always thinking about that kind of stuff too, and I try to pass on some of that to Monty as well when we think about certain things like these. But I just think that Edge is above winning the Rumble. I think that he could have got the WrestleMania anyway.
Yeah, but I think they care more about what the so the funny thing is, I think the WWE cares more about what the fans think about Edge than what they think about Goldberg. Like, they didn't protect Goldberg at all. They just let Goldberg and Goldberg did interviews this week and made it even worse for himself with the fans by not only saying that Taker was right, but he was actually calling the wrestlers even worse names than soft. I think Goldberg was like saying the new locker room are a bunch of pussies. And
he said that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but Edge is a guy that they're going to protect his image. Goldberg doesn't give a fuck. He's there for 3 matches.
He doesn't.
And I knew
for a paycheck.
I knew about 2 weeks ago because they leaked it that John Cena and him, most likely, if there was a John Cena match, it'll be Cena versus Goldberg in a Legends match at WrestleMania. Oh, wow. That's the scuttlebutt. So I started to think about 2 weeks ago. I got off the whole Goldberg's going to win the belt thing because I was starting to see some things in interviews with different people that I'm like, maybe I'm wrong about it. And then when Edge was announced and he came on last week and cut the promo, I said, okay, I know where they're going with this now. They just wanted us to think a certain way. And other people are like, oh, no, The Fiend. The Fiend isn't even coming back until – you're not even going to see The Fiend until WrestleMania. And The Fiend is going against Randy Orton. Edge and Randy Orton are done. They're not – there's not going to be Edge and Randy Orton feud.
Thank God.
It's going to be Edge versus Roman Reigns most likely unless they come up with some different scenario where like, we got to incorporate Daniel Bryan. And now don't be surprised if it's a 3-way dance between Reigns, Bryan, and Edge. It could be that. It could be that. Now you say, who does Drew McIntyre face? That I don't know. Unless, here's my other theory, Daniel Bryan gets traded to Raw and goes after Drew McIntyre and Edge fights Reigns at the WrestleMania. If they really want to get, if Bryan really campaigns, if someone's really in Bryan's corner, it's his last thing. We got, all right, let's put him against Drew. Let's like totally throw a curveball in there. No one saw that coming because everyone assumed he would fight Reigns. I think the next pay-per-view, whatever they have, what's the next one coming up before Mania? They have a
Chamber.
I think it's
Chamber. The Fastlane.
It might be Fastlane.
Right, there could be a stipulation there where Bryan could win something where he gets a title shot. Do you see what I'm saying? And then they can watch. I'm telling you, I've seen this before. It could be like, oh shit, I didn't even think about Bryan facing Drew. That's true. He could just they could just trade him, or he could just show up on Raw. Yeah. So they could probably do something like that. I mean, knowing Edge, I'm thinking Edge is going to want to face Reigns because Edge is going to want to face the hotter hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
I would say this week you'll see Edge come out on SmackDown and challenge Reigns, I think.
And I don't think he wants to stifle Drew McIntyre either, by the way. So I agree with that as well.
And here's the biggest thing about that too, Kev. We talking about marquee. I think Edge and Roman is the biggest marquee. Is more marquee than Edge and Drew, no? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's.
I believe so as well.
Yeah, I think sometimes I even get a headache making predictions because it's just like let me just see how it pans out. Mm-hmm. Even tonight, I'm joking on my Twitter of being arrogant about getting it right. I was being like an obnoxious dick, but it's obviously like gimmicky. But I was even saying I don't even like being right. I want to be wrong because if it's too. I already know the end result, and it's all like it's like knowing a book that you're about to buy and read. You know what I mean? It's like, in a way, I didn't want to know certain things. I was hoping Brock Lesnar would come out tonight, Karrion Kross would come out tonight, Andre the Giant would come out tonight, but it didn't happen.
Oh, jeez.
Did he just say what I thought he just said?
See if you guys
Tell me.
See if you guys are paying attention.
Say that.
See if you guys are paying attention.
Because I was telling Monty on the show on Wednesday that this was actually the first Rumble that we didn't know, like it wasn't obvious who was going to win because usually they make it very obvious about who's going to win. This is like probably the first time we didn't know who was going to win, and I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's again, I just threw my hat in the ring, so to speak, because everybody was doing it. So that's pretty much why I was like, well, my pick is this, and my dark horse pick is that. I actually at one point said, shit, can I be right that maybe my backup to Bianca Belair winning the women's, which was great, was Lacey Evans. And everyone's like, you're not. Everyone was like, Lacey Evans. I'm like, I don't know, man. This Flair gimmick has to mean something. And, and again, and then I started seeing Lacey being there for a little while. I'm like, oh, shit, imagine she actually won That was just a bullshit dark horse pick that I picked. But of course she didn't. But I figured they'd put Nord Flair. It's got to mean something. So maybe, and that would enrage the community if Lacey Evans won the Royal Rumble. I would have thought that was funny. But I'm glad Bianca won. I mean, I'm glad Bianca won.
Hey Kev, since I think we talked about him before, but how'd you think of our hometown boy? How'd you think of his performance in the Rumble?
Oh, Damian Priest.
Absolutely.
Oh, great. I mean, I wrote it on Twitter. A change of pants did a world of good for him. You know, you change your pants and you got a whole new outlook on life. I'll be honest with you. I haven't worn white pants since 1987, but that was the last time I bought white pants. But when I saw him come out, and I know some people shrugged, oh, they're making him, so he's a baby face, obviously. Well, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, Seth Rollins wore white when he was a heel. But I thought he looked better in that. And listen, the black thing's been done to death. Everyone can't wear black. Plus he's got black hair. He's a dark guy. So, his skin color, he should wear maybe white. Maybe they were like, black pants. 9 out of 10 guys are wearing black trunks here. So I think the white was a good move for him. And I think he looked re-energized. And actually, he looked leaner. He looked in good shape. He looked like almost freshly scrubbed. Like he just, looked, in my opinion, looked better because people oh, you could tell they're going to make him like a super baby face. I'm like, well, so what? We need this.
Who cares?
I know we need more. What is going to be a heel? Another fucking heel? We don't need another heel. We need a big baby face like him, and he did great in the Rumble, and he double-handed those two idiots, Miz and Morrison, out. Thank God. So that was a good thing. And listen, he got eliminated by Strowman, but there's no shame in getting eliminated by Braun.
He actually got eliminated by Lashley.
He had a good showing.
Lashley.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a good Lashley. I'm sorry. He got a good showing though. He had a really good showing.
But let me just get through the rest of the Royal Rumble listing. After Lashley was Hurricane Helms, who was eliminated by Lashley and Big E, who recreated the 2002 Rumble where he tried to chokeslam Austin and Rock, which was kind of funny. After him was the return of Christian, who looks exactly the same. Hasn't aged a day.
Oh, great! It's great.
Which is
fantastic.
Funny. I never heard about him actually getting back in the ring to do anything because, as far as I know,
me neither.
I heard some stuff.
I mean, it's good. It's good that Christian's back. I'm glad he's back. I don't know if this is like a one-time thing or whatever, but after him was AJ Styles with Almost. There you go.
Famous Amos.
After him was Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cesaro, the return of Rollins, who's still Jesus apparently. And then 30 was Braun Strowman.
Yeah. I have one complaint about the Rumble sometimes. And I'm not talking about this Rumble, I'm talking about Rumble in general. I understand it's a no DQ match. They gotta stop the bullshit with somebody that's not even in the match. They pull somebody that's in the match over the top rope and that's an elimination. That shit don't make no sense. That don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah, because he eliminated Big E, which I was kind of pissed about. He eliminated
I was
Ray,
too.
Which I knew Big E wasn't going to win. I knew he was.
Did y'all see how you looked at Big E afterwards?
Yeah, I didn't like that shit. What was that?
He said, "Bitch, you better don't look at me like that."
I didn't like that shit, bro.
Yeah, they pitched Big E out. They made Big E look like a bitch tonight. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, he gave him the stank face, like, ew.
Yeah, he did. Like, bitch, I'll do it again.
I ain't like that at all.
I'll do it again. Damn. No mercy for Big E tonight, huh? No mercy.
But it came down to Edge and Randy Orton, who were the first. Actually, let me just kind of fast track. So the Final Four was Edge and Seth and Braun and I think Christian. And, Seth, Still being a heel, preaching to Braun, saying, we're the future, let's take these two out and blah, blah, blah. And there was a thing in the end of the match where Braun's trying to eliminate Edge, and then Christian gets behind him and grabs his legs. Seth ends up eliminating both Braun and Christian. Edge eliminates Seth, and then Randy comes back, conveniently, and RKO's Edge, and it looks like he's about to throw him out, and then Edge reverses it and throws Christian out, so Edge is the winner of the Royal Rumble, Edge being the third participant to win it by entering at number 1. First being Shawn Michaels, second being somebody.
I was waiting for you to actually, if you were going to say it or not.
I can't say it. Redacted.
You can't.
There you go.
Can't
Second being redacted.
Vacant.
Vacant.
There you go. Not even vacant. We can't even besmirch vacant's good name. It has to be redacted.
My bad. That's true. That is true.
But Edge being the Royal Rumble winner, which I'm happy about because I'm gonna have to. I'll agree with Kev that Edge winning, possibly facing Roman is a more marquee matchup because I love Daniel Bryan just like everybody else, but this is a better matchup. This is a better matchup to sell tickets because. I'm going to channel my inner Jim Cornette. You look at Edge and Roman, they match up great because they actually look like men. They actually look like grown ass.
They look like grown adult men.
Yeah,
not fucking teenagers.
Fucking cosplay wrestling outlaw mud show goose.
Look here, you guys both look like the dirt on my shoes.
Fuck out, Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano.
Mr. Steinface.
Johnny Sameface.
Outlaw Mud Show.
Pizzerino Uno. I love it when he calls it Pizzerino Uno. God. Jim Cornette's the man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know he says some shit. He says shit that I don't agree with sometimes, but damn, when he be on, he's on. All I got to say.
Just go off topic. Did you listen to the episode where they were reviewing cameos and they got to Sunny Kisses?
No, I didn't see that.
No, it was funny because Brian asked Jim, "How much do you think Sonny Kiss charges?" And Jim goes, "For what?"
Hey,
and then Brian goes, "For cameos. Will you stop it?"
Oh my god! What? See, if they were in New York and nobody would have said pause.
When he said Jim is against little kids asking for cameos because he goes, "What is a 6-year-old? What is a wrestler supposed to say to a 6-year-old? Thanks for not being a little jerk off." I was like, "Oh my god!
Oh my god!"
Jim Cornette's worst nightmare is that he has to do a cameo for a kid because he doesn't like kids. So it's just funny when he says, "What do you say to a 6-year-old? Thanks for not shitting yourself. Thanks for not being a little jerk off." Oh my god! Yeah, he's not good. He's not good with children.
Damn.
Funny though.
Oh my god, I love Jim. But overall, Kev, you got here late. So, what were your overall thoughts about the rest of the night besides the men's Royal Rumble?
I thought it was one of the best Royal Rumbles in a long time. I really enjoyed it, and it's funny. I was kind of scrolling around. I was looking to see. Let me shut this fan off. Hold on a second, guys. So much noise. I thought it was one of the better Royal Rumbles I've seen in a while, and actually, I'm seeing like everyone really giving it good reviews across the boards. Even the kind of the ones who want to hate everything are like best Royal Rumble. I'm like, wow, it seems to be getting. I mean, my brother will probably stick to his narrative and not like anything Draper, Debbie Downer Draper, but he'll probably he likes some of it, but it's hard for him to. He'll admit if something is good. Like he won't be one of those guys. But I didn't see his full review yet, but I saw a couple of comments. But he's not on a post show either anymore. So again, he's got to kind of be relegated to just putting his thoughts on Twitter. But yeah, I thought it was overall really good pay-per-view from start to bottom. I didn't watch any of the pre-show. I didn't see. I don't even know who did Charlotte and Asuka lose the tag belts to.
Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know. I didn't even watch it. I was watching the Yokozuna documentary.
I don't blame you not one bit.
Oh, the Yokozuna documentary is really good, by the way. If you guys didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I watched it earlier. It was it's definitely a tearjerker.
I got it on in the background right now.
Yeah, it's pretty long, but so I missed that. So I got there in time for the beginning of everything else, the Drew Goldberg match. I thought it was okay. I thought everything went the way it should. The people won who should have won. The booking was good tonight. The production was great. I love the new cameras that they're using.
Right.
8K?
Yeah. I mean, when they're coming down the aisle, it looks almost like, it's unreal. It's almost like, I've never seen anything like that. It's really, it's almost like they're coming out of a porthole, into another world. It's a real, super high tech. I mean, that's the one thing AEW will never have over. They don't have a lot of things over WWE, but they'll never have production like that, no matter how much money they have.
Oh, and Kev, there's another one thing that WWE did that's better than AEW. At least Bad Bunny did a better freaking dive than Snoop Dogg. Good grief!
I know. I said that tonight on Twitter. I mean, listen, I honestly never heard of the guy. I don't know who he is. I never even heard the name. I mean, even for years, anybody who came on, I knew who certain people were, and I know who certain from Pitbull to all these people. I know who people are. That's why I said it bothers me when I really have never. And I hang out with a lot of people in the Latin community. My staff is Hispanic. I've never heard that name before. I never heard it. Never heard it, not once. So everyone's like, "Oh, because you're older." I'm like, "It's nothing to do with me being older." I never heard of the fucking.
I
to do with that.
Yeah, I've been a fan with him for a while. He's really popular internationally.
Probably more than in America overall.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really like him because he's Puerto Rican.
What kind of style would you call that? What category would his music?
So it's basically like Spanish trap in a sense.
Right. It's not hip hop. It's not. I mean, it's not reggae. Where it would be listed in like a playlist? Like what would it be under?
Like the Booker T song, that album, it's considered urban Latino. So I'm guessing like modern Latino.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Drew, you have that in your collection?
Oh, I certainly do.
I have half the community believing Drew is Hispanic.
That's great.
By the way, I thought that performance was bad. By the way,
nah, you're bugging.
That was bad.
No, it wasn't.
Even certain people that loved him, they hit me up. And they was like, "Yeah, that wasn't good."
He couldn't say certain words because of the curses. I mean, to be honest with you, he said "cabrón" twice, and I was surprised. So.
Why was he? That was kind of weird. Booker T just standing there and him.
Yeah, that was weird.
Around
because they tried to redo the music video, because in the music video he does the same thing, like he's standing in the middle, but he didn't dance. He didn't dance.
Yeah, Booker T was dancing at some point in that video.
Yeah, in the video he was dancing. In the performance he didn't at all, which kind of threw it off.
Well, it's funny. People were saying that Booker T was spotted in that area. Well, he's in the Rumble. No one thought. No, he's just going to do the thing with Bad Bunny. But everyone was saying when Booker was known to be in the area for the last couple of days, well, it looks like Booker T is in the Rumble. So everyone got that wrong, too. He was just there for the Bad Bunny thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of – but overall, like I said, I think it would have been – now in hindsight, I was disappointed that and it's funny, I don't mind saying on this show, I had communication all weekend with Cross because a band – he's a fan of a band that I manage. They were doing a live stream last night, Damn Your Eyes, and I gave him the link, and he pushed it. He actually tweeted it on his page on Friday.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he was checking out the performance last night, and I didn't want to bring it up, but I was like, are you going to get it ready for the Rumble tomorrow or whatever? I go, and I said, you don't got to tell me if you're in it, but you'll be there, right? He goes, don't know. I was like, really? And that's pretty much what he told me. He's like, don't know. I was like, and I think he meant it. He wasn't like being sarcastic. He's like, I don't know if I'm in it. I don't know anything. I don't know if they need me there. I don't know if I'll be there. I don't even know.
Wow.
So that was pretty much it. I mean, and then I left it at that. I don't push for insider information. Most times I chat with him. I don't even talk about wrestling. We talk about music. But and then he says, "Oh, the guys sounded great," and thanks for tweeting. My pleasure. And I said, "Well, if you're in it, good luck tomorrow." He's like, "Yeah, no doubt. Thank you." And that was it. I'll talk to you soon. And I'm like. And I was like, I was trying to analyze like what the chat between us. I'm like, read between the lines. Do I think he's in it? And I'm like, I really think he doesn't even know. And it's funny because you hear rumors about people getting the TV and not knowing what they're doing. And like days before, no one even knows if they're on tonight. They get to the arena, they don't even know if they're on the board. And I guess that still goes on. I guess people really show up. We use you, or unless even if you're like a bigger star, sometimes you don't know what they're doing until day of.
Yeah.
So aren't you guys? I'm doing this for a long time, and even as new fans, aren't you guys kind of under the impression that WWE has everything so super locked down weeks and months in advance? I still thought that. I didn't know. I didn't know this company flies by the seat of their pants so much.
Yeah, no, I think I'm not gonna
those
lie.
days are over.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Kev. It just goes to show by like how they do their weekly shows. Like it, especially with Raw, it literally looks like they do the shows as like the show goes on. It's so half-assed. It's
amazing. Could you guys imagine your jobs going to work and not knowing what time you get out, what time you really should be there, what you're doing that day, if you're working tomorrow, if you're working next week,
hey,
working like that?
I can attest to that.
Okay.
Yesterday, I went into work. I go to clock in. They tell me I'm not scheduled. I'm like, what in the fuck?
But were you scheduled? Were you scheduled?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they tell me after I informed them about it, they tell me that they changed my schedule. And I'm like, oh, nobody told me this shit. I could have been at home last night. I'm kind of glad that I worked yesterday and it allowed me to have tonight off. So everything worked out perfectly.
That's good. I mean, I'm just saying, like, just for entertainers, like, I again, and I hear the rumors. I see the dirt sheets. I see Bruce Pritchard writing Raw 2 minutes before they go on the air. I would believe it. I would believe it and not believe it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, come on, 2 minutes before they go on the air. Because and also, there's a narrative. WWE sucks. Blah blah blah. The same thing. But I wonder how much of this really goes on, and maybe even in AEW, like how much is really planned out in advance, especially because it's true. A guy can go down with an injury. Look, Keith Lee, I think, has COVID.
Mm-hmm,
so, I mean,
sadly.
You don't know what's going to happen or who's going to be out of the game. So I guess sometimes you do have to do an on-the-fly thing. But I really thought they'd have their ship much more tighter and locked down. But listen, I guess they pull it off. So I have mixed feelings about it. I'm like, they made it work. But getting back to Cross, I'm glad that I was upset that he wasn't in, but then I thought about it. And then a couple of, fans on Twitter actually made me realize, you know what? It's too early. If he can't win or he can't be dominant, don't waste him. Wait till next year when he's got all the experience. And if he wins or he puts on a dominating performance, all the fans will think he quote unquote deserves it because he put in so much time at that point. I'm like, yeah, that's with the way the fans are fickle today. I agree with you. It's probably too soon for him. I probably agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I thought it would have been nice for him to come and do his thing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is at the end of the day. He was.
Oh shit! We lost Kevin and Monty.
Oh god.
But
what's the camera on?
Shit. Yeah, Kevin.
We really did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Kevin, what happened? We lost you.
Yeah, disconnected.
And Monty's back.
Oh, you hear me now?
I can hear you. Monty, you good?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but I agree with RJ and Kev. It's good. Like, in theory, it would have been nice to see Cross out there. Ben was just like, they're probably not going to let him win. Like, they're probably going to have him get eliminated by, I don't know, like some bullshit, like by Orton. So it's good to save Cross. It's good to save Cross for next year's Rumble when there's a possibility that he could win. Like, just save him. Like, don't like don't bust your nut all at once. Like, save that nut until you're ready to bust it. Like, that's the way I could put it.
I ain't gonna lie. If they gave me Damian Priest and Karrion Kross tonight, I probably would have busted like two nuts. What? Seeing Karrion Kross? What? Nah.
Monty would have been singing at the TV.
Bro, what? Hell yeah.
He would have been like me earlier when I saw Tony Storm coming down that ramp.
Bro, you guys know how I felt about both of those men. Those dudes are like idols, man. What? That would have been crazy. I love Karrion Kross. That's my guy.
That's kind of the way Drew feels about Baron Corbin.
No.
About Ling Lorman, because all he does is take L's.
I despise.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know he was still in the company. When I saw him tonight, I'm like, oh, he's still here. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Kev, he beat Dominic Mysterio 2 weeks in a row on SmackDown just to get eliminated by the man in Royal Rumble.
Oh god, I didn't even see it. Yeah, I mean, I kind of blanked out when he was there. No, actually, when Corbin came out, I got a phone call, so I was taken out of the game for about 10 minutes on the Rumble. But same thing with Bianca. I was watching Bianca's post win, crying and everything, and my freaking phone was ringing. I'm like, so I got to go back and watch the whole thing. I only saw like 10 seconds of it. But I got to go back and watch it. I was getting phone calls at the most stupid times. I usually shut my phone off during pay-per-views, but for the most part, I saw 99% of it, though. I mean, to go back, I got to watch like a minute here, a minute there. But you asked me overall, I thought it was one of the better ones. I couldn't tell you, like, going back over years what was better, or 2012 was better. I just know this was better than the last few years because I remember the last few years reviewing the Royal Rumble, and it was always a mixed bag of disappointment and stuff. And it's ironic. First year, I'm not on a show. Like, I'm on your show, but I'm saying doing a show where we're doing this pro and con about it, but I don't have that many cons about it. I think it was mostly pro, and it either would have been like a good old school DTKC show tonight, or it would have been kind of boring because I don't know if he had anything to complain about. I'm not listening to him currently, but I don't know. Like, if we would have had a good point, kind of, because I think it was so good, it was hard to argue the opposite. Like where we're gonna have different opinions on this. It was good. I don't know how you can have a bad opinion on tonight, but I'm gonna be interested to see what a lot of other. Tomorrow I'll check out a bunch of different podcasts. I'm sure there was someone who was negative, but it seemed mostly across the boards. I'm not gonna say it was 5 stars, but probably 3-4 stars for everybody across the boards, and that's rare for WWE lately. I mean, I think people were going into tonight not wanting to hate it, but expecting to hate it. And what's there to hate, really? Unless you want to complain that they got to go to another old guy. Edge is 47. If that's what you can complain about, I guess you can. But listen, Daniel Bryan's no spring chicken either.
And it's funny you say that. Go ahead, Kev.
Good. No, I'm done. Good.
Well, I was gonna say it's funny you say that because I was watching it with my girl and her sister, and they're kind of like they're casual, maybe a little bit below casual, but like they'll watch like the big pay-per-views, like the Royal Rumble, and we were watching it and we were just all thoroughly enjoying it. And I remember my girl's sister had said this is probably one of the first times we watched the Rumble where we enjoyed it, where everybody that we wanted to win actually won, because they wanted Bianca to win. They want, my girl wanted Edge to win, and she was, she thoroughly enjoyed the fact that Edge won, and same thing with Bianca. So, I can't really tell you anything I didn't enjoy about the night. Maybe the pre-show, but other than that, I very much enjoyed the show. I can't remember a Rumble where I actually enjoyed it from top to bottom. I was happy.
Same.
It checked off all those boxes.
I definitely agree. Like, it wouldn't be like a 10 out of 10. I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10, just because I didn't really care for the SmackDown Women's title match. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to like the Rumble matches, they had enough surprise entrances where you kind of had hope for it, but you didn't want to bank on it just in case they disappointed you. But then they delivered for you, and that goes for both Rumbles. We all knew KO and Roman were gonna put on another banger, and it looked like they closed out their feud on like a really positive note. I mean, like Kev said, and you're probably gonna hear a lot of people talk mostly about the positives, but then again, what is there to really complain about? And if you are really complaining about it, you're really nitpicking at little shit.
So Kevin, let me ask you this: since you said you stopped by JD's chat, was the lunatic madman screaming about anything tonight?
No, actually, I think he really liked it. Actually, if you go to his Twitter, I wasn't there very long. I mean, I went to Soup and was there for a while, Wrestling Soup Chat for a while. But no, it seemed pretty calm, actually. I mean, and it's funny. The one thing I'll say is, and I wasn't a big chat watcher when I was doing the mainstream shows for a long time. So I always found watching the chat to be very distracting because, we had a kind of a regimented way we did things. And, Anthony would usually, do the chat thing, and I would just kind of not pay attention to it because it can get distracting, especially when things are just scrolling by you and all these comments. And if you answer one person, you got to answer another. So, and then if someone says something like fucked up, you got to fucking acknowledge that. He just takes you off the game. But on Patreon and Discord, it's obviously different. It's much, more tight-knit. Like tonight. In the mainstream, you got every Tom, Dick, and Harry on there. Tom, Dick, and Dick on there. And you got, and half the people are there to start trouble. And the other, half just want to disagree for the sake of it. But the one thing I noticed is I'll give JD credit is he keeps his chat in line. Like, you say any one little thing disparaging about him, you're gone. You don't even have a chance to even edit your comment. You're already banned. You're already blocked. You can even say, I mean, one time, even by accident, I got blocked by his, what do you call it? What do you call the guy who monitors the chat? Was it
Moderator.
Moderator, yeah. He didn't know who I was. And that, JD, I guess, told him off the air. He was like, oh, the dude's a podcaster. I know him. He's a friend. He was joking. And I said something bad about JD wearing an Atlanta Braves hat. And next thing I know, I was no longer able to post. I was blocked. I was like, it was a fucking joke. I didn't even make fun of him. I made fun of the hat. And I was gone. I was just like, wow. So that's funny that other people are like, oh, say what you want. I haven't gotten a chat yet that you could say what you want. I think people get banned for like the slightest things. Didn't that? But now they know the moderator knows who I am. And I've said much more funny jokes on there. But again, if it looks like you're going to say anything, you can't even really disagree in certain chats with people. I mean, there's talk about liking good debate. But I think, with typical wrestling fans, though, if you start disagreeing too much, then all of a sudden it's personal. You know what I mean? It's weird. I mean, that's the one thing I'm not crazy about on the YouTube chat thing is just the volatile nature that it is, because it's supposed to be fun. And you're talking about wrestling. You're not talking about like life and death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you're threatening someone's life because they don't like Baron Corbin.
Well, this is me off, Kev, because I'm playing. But who's my hero?
Corbin, not Baron Corbin.
I said something about Victoria today, and some girl got mad at me because I said, "Wow, Victoria! So after 15 years, the WWE is going to actually acknowledge that she actually once wrestled here." She goes, "What's the disrespect for Victoria?" I'm like, if you're paying attention, she quit because she said she was retiring years ago in the WWE, and she wound up 2 weeks later in TNA. She lied to get out of her contract, and she was put on the persona non grata list. WWE didn't talk about her for over a decade. I don't know if you guys know that. She wasn't even.
I brought it up earlier.
Yeah, she was in bed with the company, and I'm like, I'm making a joke about it. So it's like, what's disrespectful?
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
I go, wasn't it disrespectful for her to lie to Vince and Jim Ross about her retiring and then taking a contract at TNA? Isn't that wrong? So I was like, this is the typical wrestling fan who like thinks they're friends with Victoria, so they got to come after me for it. So it's just like stupid. But again, you don't even know like what sets people off. For the most part, I got to say, knock on wood, Twitter's been pretty good lately. I haven't had to block anybody like in a long time, except Drew.
Wait, what? You blocked me? You blocked me?
I mean, I told the line it's sexual harassment.
Listen, Kev. You signed an NDA. You promised you weren't going to tell anyone about that.
Wow. What is that?
Oh, damn.
Wow. Did I sign that?
All I said was,
I thought it was a DNR. Do not resuscitate if something happens to me on the air.
God damn it! I was going to say something.
DNR.
Okay.
Oh man!
But by the way, guys, don't ever sign a DNR because you can, have sleep apnea, and they'll think that means they got to fucking pull the plug on you or something.
Mm.
I mean, so DNR is not good unless you're like 90.
I will take that into consideration.
Yeah, right. you guys are young. You don't got to worry about that right now. Drew's over 30. He's got to worry.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
He said, hey.
Listen,
Drew's like 50 years old, ain't he?
Listen to me, you young punk.
That's true.
You young punk.
Well, I got 20 years over Drew. I'm 20. No, wait, Drew, you're 30, right?
31.
31. I got 22 years over you.
Hey, if Goldberg can have a championship match, I think you have a chance, man.
Goldberg's 55. I'm 52.
There you go.
Edge is 47. Victoria's 51.
There you go. Hey.
You're young up and
Victoria's 51?
Sounds like you're giving yourself
holy shit.
You're a young up and comer, Kev. You got it. You got this.
People were telling me that they think I have a future in podcasting.
Oh yeah, I really think you do.
Who the hell
you
told
young
you that?
Whippersnapper, you?
I'm just a kid from a small fishing village, Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn. We learned that as young kids we learned how to fish and podcast.
Oh boy!
Matter of fact, we used to use the wire from the headset to catch fish.
Well, I mean, you went to the same podcast in school as Jason Solomon and my grandfather.
Me and Jason Solomon graduated. What's the matter, you? Together, and he was the math champion, and I was good in social studies. We went to the prom. He was runner up for king of the prom. And everyone's like, but wait a minute, Jason Solomon is 37, you're 52. I'm like, just go with the story, okay?
Just go with the story.
Someone actually went on the chat and said to him, you went to podcast school with Castle? And he goes, yeah, you didn't know about that? And he goes, you're right. So he goes, the people don't know you're joking. You're like 15 years older than me. I'm like, I just go with the story.
Yeah. Right, just go with the flow.
I told him,
question me. What's going on? It's a story.
It's what's the matter, you?
That reminds me of an episode of Family Guy where Brian has a son, and then Stewie goes, "Wait, how do you have a son when he's 14 and you're 7? It's 7 in dog years." And he goes, "That doesn't make any sense." Yeah. You know what, Stu? If you have a problem with it, go on the internet and complain.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, I made up the fact that there's a podcast at there's a school that you go to for podcasting, and actually a lot of people believe it.
Hey, just make some shirts. What's the matter, you?
What's the matter,
you?
What's the matter, you? Well, damn. Well, me and Monty, we bypassed that podcasting school.
Well, you know, what's the matter, you's motto is big on personality, not so much on production.
There you go. Hey, all the folks.
Got two hell of a characters.
I'm going this fall, so I think I'll do great.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Podcast to you?
Cool.
Podcast
to you.
It's like people say anybody can do it, but that's not true. All you need is a mic and a setup. I'm like, you don't. Not everybody can do this gig.
I'm a second generation.
Oh, you're right.
My grandpa Emilio Yari.
Oh yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, you guys went to the same school together.
I think he was in my gym class. He was the guy. I remember him now. He was the guy who didn't like to get undressed in front of other men.
Oh my god!
But I don't blame him. Well, he was the guy who used the small towel. Small towel Emilio. I remember him.
God damn it.
We used to say Emilio, that's a dish towel. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
See, it's the fun people are missing out on, me not in the mainstream. Is that right?
I know, right? It's a crime that
I was just about to say that. Goddamn crime.
It's a crime. It really is. But
tragic.
I'll just be like, Grandpa, can I use this towel for cleaning? No.
No.
You'll find out when you're older.
That's terrible.
You'll find out the truth.
Oh, you guys are still young. You guys all have your grandparents?
I do not.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Me neither.
Oh, really? Okay. You guys are young. I was lucky. I had my grandparents up to my mid-40s, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandparents are still kicking.
Oh, that's good.
One lives in Maryland and the other one lives in New York. My grandfather lives in New York and my grandmother lives in Maryland.
God bless, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? And they're getting up there too, so yeah.
I'm at the age now where I got another one of my friends just had a grandchild. So I've like several of my high school friends in the last 2 months all became grandparents for the first time. So now I'm like that plateau, like where I'm starting to get no more of my friends. Oh, having a baby. It's now my son had a baby. Like that kind of shit. So I'm getting into that realm now.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Kevin, you don't have any kids, so.
Well, none that I know of.
Uh-oh.
That's the first thing I see too.
Nah, I don't have any kids.
Lord knows I have plenty of wild nights.
Dude, let me tell you something. When you're a podcaster, you can't subject your children to this kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's true.
So it's like they can't subject my kids to this embarrassment, the shame of being a podcaster. You know what's interesting? The top podcasters are all childless, don't have kids. JD doesn't have kids. Don Tony doesn't have kids. Conrad doesn't have kids. Jason Solomon wants to have no kids. I'm trying to think any of the other like bigger community.
Joe,
I'm just saying, Joey 924 doesn't have kids. I think Mitch and Draper have stepchildren, but they don't have any their own natural children. No, none of us. I mean, step because of relationships. I'm saying kids, like no. I'm trying to think. Anybody has kids? Wow, that's fucking crazy, right?
I think Steve from Hammerlock Hangover has kids.
Steve does. Well, Jeff has kids. Jeff Lippman has kids, right?
No, Steve does.
No, doesn't Jeff Lippman have kids?
I don't think so because I mean,
I think he does. I think he told me about a daughter one time. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But the most part, the majority, don't have kids. Isn't that interesting?
That's crazy.
Interesting study.
It's very interesting.
And also most of them don't have sex.
Oh wow!
I can attest to that.
Oh damn, Drew! Hey,
so right now, after this, Monty and RJ have a conversation tomorrow. Maybe we don't want to be in this podcast game.
Nah, I don't.
I like to date. I like kids. I like all the things that you don't have in the podcast life.
I don't care what anybody says. Ain't nothing gonna take my sex away from me. What?
There you go.
Still always there, man.
Wait, you mean to tell me talking about wrestling all the time and getting with some luscious ladies? Come on, you pick wrestling all day long, don't you?
No.
Hey, yo, Kev. We could put that shit on the DVR. We could. That shit could wait. That shit could wait.
Okay, so see, the younger generation does understand, but but it is funny though. But yeah, no, I'm just joking. But no, I don't have any. I would have liked to have kids, and I should have probably had kids had I, gone a certain direction. It had nothing to do with podcasts. I'm just joking, but I always actually say that. I go, it's the podcast, the lifestyle. I almost look at it as, you guys know, I'm married with children with Al Bundy, with the Schumann lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Basically a podcast is like a shoe salesman. Very similar. Very Al Bundy lifestyle. We look up in the air and say, oh God, like every day of our lives, what does it come to?
Oh shit!
Let me tell you something. Podcasters are not happy people. It's not a miserable motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But I like to laugh about it. If not, I'll cry.
Damn, RJ. I don't need that. RJ, look like we got to be the two uplifters out here, bro.
I know, right?
Look like we got to be like the peacekeepers out here.
You guys are right. You guys are bringing it back. You guys are going to turn this podcasting game around. You're going to show people that you can date, you can get vagina, and still be happy.
It's the way of life.
That's the beautiful life.
Not everything is Daniel Bryan. You can actually go out and date and stuff like that. I mean, listen, not everything.
Bryan.
Right, not everything is Kenny Omega. You can go out, you can have a good time. We understand wrestling podcasting is very important. We understand that.
Right.
But you can do other things with your life.
Right.
I just want to let you know, Drew. This is really subliminally going out to you.
Come on, Drew. You got to live out the American dream.
Drew's 31. I'm trying to save him.
Well, I'm past saving.
But you also have a real job and a career.
Right.
You guys do this for fun. I mean, like I said, you do it for fun until it's not fun anymore. But
right.
Just don't, for God's sakes, don't get like unhinged about it.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, Kev, you just gotta make the most out of it, right? Out of everything, basically.
Yeah, make the most of that opportunity and just have fun with it. Like I said, I mean, even and wrestling is like comedy and tragedy. I mean, you ever see those two faces? I mean, that's exactly what it is. Even tonight, before anything even happened, I posted a tweet that I totally meant. Like everyone always thinks, oh, haha, Kev's being funny, but I meant what I said in my tweet, where it's like wrestling brings out a whole bunch of emotions in you, but being unhinged and miserable about it is not one of them, and it's not supposed to be. And if you do that, if you want to be miserable and unhinged and unhappy, you have your family and your dating life for that. But I've never left wrestling. I swear to God, I never even left even if tonight sucked, I wouldn't get off the air, go on my couch and go, fuck, man, Royal Rumble, man, sucked, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've never felt that way about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny when people challenge me of how much of a fan I am. Oh, that's because you're old. So like, you don't like it as much. I'm like, no, I still love wrestling. Even in 1985, when Macho Man lost, I didn't cry about it. I just moved on, and I'm like, all right, watch Superstars next week, see if he comes back. That's always been my attitude. Even at 15, I never got unhinged. So I was glad tonight. In a way, I was saying, in a sick kind of way, I look forward to the pay-per-views being shitty because I want to see people go nuts.
Right.
I want to see people act crazy and the call-ins and Jason rolling his eyes at fans calling in. Like I almost kind of like it. So now tonight it's going to be kind of boring because everyone's going to be so happy. But I'm glad because I'm like, you know what? I got a headache. I don't want to hear anybody complain tonight.
Right.
So it's all good.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there's nothing to complain about tonight. I mean, the bottom line, it was a great pay-per-view. The people won who was supposed to win. Were there any real blockbuster surprises? No. But no. I thought overall it was a good pay-per-view, and to me, Bianca Belair was probably my favorite thing. The one thing I'll say is, did you guys talk about this? Because I know you talked about it. Do you notice the girls blow a lot more spots in the Rumble than the guys do?
Yeah, yes, yeah, definitely. Because when you look at the women's division, there's that elite group of girls who know their shit, like Charlotte. As much as like Bianca makes a few mistakes. Rhea, she's young, so she has a lot to learn. Bayley, of course, is one of the elite. Sasha's in that group, but Sasha makes a lot of mistakes. Let's just call a spade a spade. And
yeah, right.
Then there's the rest. Then there's the rest who just make a lot of bad spots. The men do it too, of course, but. Again, it's not. We're not trying to be sexist or pick on the women. It's just like, there's a lot of women in this company. A lot of them are not very good.
Yeah.
Even the ones we like, they make mistakes.
Yeah, and that's fine too, as long as you can admit that. Like Kevin said, there's no need to be one of these obsessed fans that can't get out of this mindset that you're friends with a certain wrestler. Oh, I'm a fan of them, so I'm a friend of theirs. And I have to defend them no matter what. And they can't make mistakes. They can't do no wrong. If Adam Cole was the bebopping to the Royal Rumble tonight, and he made a couple of fuck ups, I'd be like, "Yo, Adam, what you doing, bro? You better than that." You know what I'm saying? I can admit when a favorite's wrong, or when he's doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me. I never got that mentality. Oh, you're blind. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah blah blah. She's the greatest ever. He's the greatest ever. That's bullshit to me, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, I just noticed, they all kind of get a little frazzled sometimes, and I think they get over enthusiastic. And I just noticed the men do that less frequently than the women do it. It just seems to me that the women botch a lot more. If I really sat there and overanalyzed, I probably counted like about 15, 20 botches in that Royal Rumble with the women's. Guys maybe had a couple, but the women, just from missing punches to kicks not even coming anywhere near the person to
Did you see?
Falling over each other, and it was weird, awkward holds and rest holds on each other. Very weird.
Yeah. Did you see when Mickie James took and botched kicking her foot up at Charlotte?
Yeah, I saw that.
She blew that early. I was like,
she blew it. Yeah, I mean, even when Bianca and Naomi started locking up, and you look at those two, and go, "Oh, this is a nice matchup." These two, they look awkward together. They look kind of awkward together. They didn't flow. And I think Bianca goes a little fast. I think Bianca's got to slow it up. I think her knowing she was going to win the Rumble, I think she was really all about making a good impression. I think she was a little too, Naomi's kind of getting her feet back in the game after being out. But Naomi seems to be injured an awful lot. And I think that's why they don't put the gold around Naomi anymore. Because Naomi, I think, has been out 3 times in the last 3 years. And, you can't be out that. Yeah, they can't depend on her. I think she's injury prone. And she totally toned down that glow stuff. I mean, she's barely wearing that shit anymore. So, I mean, it was funny. Even I thought all the girls put on a good, even the only, again, Jillian Hall. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, wow. I mean, what would possess them to call her? But I think sometimes
I said the same thing.
Yeah, they're in the office, and I think Bruce and Vince probably go, hasn't been here in a long time. Jillian Hall, like it probably goes like that, right? It's like just almost like out of the blue. We got to bring, no more Trish, no more Lita, too much. Wasn't been here in a while. Jillian Hall, that's probably how it came up, I swear to God.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would think that too, because
tonight we didn't,
we didn't see, I would have liked to see Melina in this thing.
Yeah, again, we just saw her even for 5 minutes in the Raw thing, or the reunion, whatever that was, Legends Night.
But that was 5 minutes. I want to see her in the ring.
I'd rather see her in the ring than Alicia Fox, who looks. I mean, seriously, that Alicia Fox looks like the biggest disappointment of me opening up my door when I called a high octane escort service. I mean, oh my God! Oh, seriously,
good Lord.
God, that would be like my friend saying, "Hey, for your 50th birthday, we got you something." I'm like, and I open the door. I'm like, "You guys got to be fucking kidding me!" Would you spend $50 or $500? But if you ever seen the movie Risky Business, that was the same thing that happened to Tom Cruise when he opened up the door, and there was like a tranny outside, and his friend told him, "We ordered a girl for you. We don't know what this was." But yeah, no, Alicia Fox. I mean, her wig game is so bad. I mean, who's telling her to wear that blonde wig? That looks ridiculous. She's not a bad looking girl, but she just doesn't know how to present herself anymore. I think not being in the business, I don't know what she's doing with herself now. She's in great shape. I'm like, she looks emaciated. She looks like she doesn't eat. She probably doesn't have any money to eat. So it's like, I don't know what looks great constitute that she's not fat. Here's what I've noticed about people. Looks great means you're not fat. That's what looks great means. But to me, looks great means you look healthy and you don't look drugged out. Looks great is look like you are healthy. Being skinny does not constitute healthy. If anything, skinny shows me you might have a sickly problem more than if you were heavy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was weird. It was like, she looks great. I'm like, in what way does she look great? What? Show me. She looks the same. I'm like, that wig that's almost like a joke wig that you wear on Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying? Why wear that on it? Awful. No, and if she's trying to get work or get more, aren't you going to present yourself to look good? I mean, how come? I mean, I'll give Jillian Hall look more put together at least than Alicia Fox did. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, she looked like Linda Hogan, but I mean, that's
she did.
She's born that way. What are you going to do? But and Mickey James, Mickey James looked cute. Some of the Tori Wilson looked cute, and she's 45 years old.
She looks fantastic, man.
Yeah, what's Alicia Fox's excuse? Tori Wilson's fucking 10 years older than her. So again, I thought overall everything was good. I don't have any, if you even ask me one complaint about tonight,
Alicia
I couldn't
Fox.
even come. Probably Alicia Fox's wig. That was about it.
Yeah. The only thing I would say before, I call it a night is that shit. I just hope to see good things from Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and I'm curious to see what you guys said. Like if Edge ends up facing Roman, who is that man to go up against Drew? That is going to be really, 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 really fun to see play out.
Yeah, I mean, for Drew, you know what? That's anyone's guess. The rumor is that it might be Sheamus.
Ooh.
I won't mind that. I will not mind that at all.
Okay. They got history. They got history. They got history. I would not mind that.
But I mean, overall, just we're glad it's not Goldberg. We're glad.
Yeah.
And back to Kevin's point earlier, physically they match up well.
Mm-hmm.
They match up well. Mm-hmm. And you and Drew, you got on my case about this. But last month, when Drew and Sheamus, they was having a little problems in the locker room and everything like this, and I was like, yo, I would rather actually see Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre instead of Drew versus AJ this Sunday. And he was like, no, wait a minute, get the fuck out. And I was like, no, look at these two guys.
Whoa, he said that?
These guys they're throwing blows, man. Like,
I don't know about, really,
I don't know. This looks good.
I don't know about getting on your case. I politely told you.
He was like, "Get the you sent me a GIF. Get the fuck out of here with that."
Wow,
you
said that, Drew?
I'm like, "Yo, Drew,
Jesus Christ!"
Like, hit me out. And I'm not even the biggest Sheamus fan, but I will say, ever since Sheamus came back last year, in my opinion, I think he's been in his bag. I think last year was like the best year as far as like him wrestling. I thought every match he had last year, for the most part, especially around the summertime into present time, I thought he's had bangers. A lot of good matches. So, as long as he's putting that on, I'm cool with that. And Drew and Sheamus are friends. You would like to think that it's a dream scenario for them to have a match at WrestleMania together, given their long history and everything like that. So, they would want to put on a grand performance. So,
you want to know, you guys are I can give you privy to something. These are the moments that I love in life. I have a friend who works for, you guys heard of Live Nation Music, right? They do all the big concerts and everything in from MSG, Barclays Center, they all from Jay-Z to Bon Jovi to Beyonce. And my friend is a executive there, and he bet me. I told him the same thing. Edge was going to win tonight. He's like, "Nah, it's Daniel. Dude, you're a smart wrestling fan. Daniel Bryan all the way." And he writes me a note. He goes, "You were right on both," and he sends me a bowing thing, a bowing emoji. And so now I'm going to hit him up for a job.
hey, why not? Why not?
Nah. He's an old friend of mine, and Live Nation is like the biggest concert industry promotion going. I mean, it's controlled, and any ticket you get probably says Live Nation on it. But yeah, I mean, he was like, "Come on, dude, it's clear as day. Daniel Bryan's gonna win." I'm like, "I don't think so," and he just admitted I was right. It's good to be right. I'm gonna embrace this for the rest of the night, and I'll go back to being wrong tomorrow.
But right, yeah, it looks like it looks like Monty called it a night. So Monty, if you can hear this, good night, Mel. I'll send you a link as soon as I can. But
yeah, good night, Monty.
One last bit of news until we call it a night ourselves. CM Punk will be making his return to the wrestling ring on a TV show. He will be on the Stars television show Heels with Stephen Amell, which is it's a wrestling show. Stephen Amell is doing a wrestling show where he's actually getting in the ring and wrestling. So we got that. Thoughts?
Yeah, it should be good.
Nice.
It should be pretty interesting.
I don't even really know what to even. When does that start?
Well, I mean, there's still. Well, here's the thing. Like, it was supposed to come out a little earlier than COVID happened, and then he got COVID. Stephen Amell. So they haven't really given a date as to when it'll come out, but they're still in production because I remember he was on a podcast. And he said that they were about to get started on the wrestling portion of the show where they were actually getting the ring. And then he ended up getting COVID. So, that kind of put a kibosh on things. So, but CM Punk's going to be on the show. They haven't said what role he's going to play. I'm assuming it's a wrestler. I'm just going to throw it out there. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could play a wrestler, right?
Yeah. He's got more than enough experience of doing that.
You know, it's funny. I used to like him, and I'm just not. I gotta be honest. I'm really not that much of a fan anymore. I'm like kind of indifferent to him, to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent.
Oh wow.
I guess if I saw him back in a ring, but anything outside the ring doesn't really interest me. Like if you told me, no joke, CM Punk is appearing at an in-store, it's like 3 blocks from your house, Kev. I'll be like, and you have like a VIP access pass. I'd be like, give it to somebody else. I'm not going. You know,
Wow.
I'm just not. Maybe I'm like old and just bored, but I'm certain people I'm not feeling anymore. You know, I don't know. I also kind of feel like, kind of almost like the wrestling, the jaded wrestling fan that he kind of quit on us. Like, he walked out, walked out on wrestling. That's why like they booed Goldberg and Brock that time in the Garden. It's like, you're going to go leave, play football, go to UFC, go do movies. All right, fuck you. See, at least The Rock always comes back. Like The Rock generally loves wrestling. He's a wrestling family. He always incorporates wrestling. He remembers the people who get. CM Punk is like so bitter towards the business and always making it known that I work for Fox, not the WWE. It's like, yeah, dude, and WWE made you fucking famous. And if it wasn't for WWE, you'd be a fucking little indie-rific nobody who didn't even make $50,000 a year in your wrestling career. Instead, you made $500,000 to $1 million a year because you were in WWE. I just don't like people who are bitter towards people who made them something. And that's why even myself, you kind of have your things with people, but you always kind of remember where you come from and at least give the credit for what put you on the map. I just have a problem with shit like that. I just always do.
Yeah.
So I always find him to be like a snide kind of guy. And I don't think a fan interaction with him would be fun, to be honest with you. I think he'd kind of be a dick. And I've heard him be a dick to a lot of people that have met him. So I'm not like, when I hear him, CM Punk's in the news, I'm like, I really don't care. I'd rather be honest with you. I'd rather know what Damian Demento was doing.
Yeah.
Like Danny Demento. Yeah, tell me what Waylon Mercy's doing. I would care about that more. But yeah, I mean, I don't get excited about CM Punk because everyone's like, there's only one big last guy to come back, CM Punk. Will he? He doesn't even like wrestling, so why would he come back? I don't think he's coming back. I think again, Edge is about as good as he's going to get at this point. Take him, take Edge. That's as good as it's going to get. Unless Christian comes back. I was pretty impressed with Christian tonight.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Christian fan, so maybe I'm biased, but
no, for both of them, I'm a big ENC fan. Brood. A matter of fact, some of the shirts I have, classic shirts. I have all the Brood shirts. I have all the ENC connection shirts. Never worn, just in my closet on hangers under plastic. I just bought them to have them years and years ago. I bought them back in the 90s and early 2000s. And those are the only wrestling shirts I have are Edge and Christian based. Isn't that something? Guide my lineage and how, as long as I'm a wrestling fan, the only wrestling shirts I have are Edge and Christian. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I actually, and I hope she doesn't hear this because Valentine's Day is coming up. I actually bought my girl a Head of the Table Roman Reigns shirt.
Oh, did you really? Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, because the Shop Zone was having a sale, buy one, get one, a $1 off. So
nice.
I actually got myself the same shirt, and I got her, her shirt. So. Oh,
you got a Head of the Table shirt?
Yeah, because she hadn't watched in a while, so she saw Roman. She's like, God damn it, I still like him.
I wish they had better. I didn't say this to him, but I wish they had better cross shirts. I just feel that they could make a better one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the shirts are okay, but with him and Scarlett and the whole, evil thing, like they should come up with like much more sicker designs. You know what I mean? WWE.
You didn't like the Scarlett one?
I didn't see the Scarlet one. The only ones I have one that Trez gave me. It's the I think Drew, you have it, right? It's the one with the bird thing and the lines.
I have that and the two skulls that say "Time's Up." I don't have his new one though.
Oh yeah, I don't have anyone with that. There's one with Scarlet and him on it where she's like kneeling, like she's down on his leg or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one that they're together?
Yeah.
Like in the photo. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you have a shirt. You have a cross shirt.
I have a Scarlet shirt. I don't have a cross shirt yet.
Oh, you have a Scarlet shirt.
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, that Scarlet shirt's sick. I'm looking at it right now. It's got like it's the black and brown dye type material on it, and it's got her logo on it with the with the moon and everything like that on it. Like it's really dope. It's really dope shirt. I haven't worn it yet, but it's coming.
It's a WWE shirt, or was it one she was on her own?
No, it's a WWE shirt. Oh, it's got a WWE sticker on it and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No, I didn't see it. I got to. I didn't realize. I should even realize that she has her own merch. I mean, I was thinking of her and him together. I guess they have merch with them together, though, right? I'm not wrong about that, right?
Yeah. They got a couple of shirts. I think they dropped one, the same picture they have on that on the theme song album cover of Crosses. Like they have that same pose on a T-shirt too. So.
Do you guys know if they have Cross and Scarlet figures yet?
I don't think so.
No, they do
not yet. Right?
Maybe they might have dropped them already.
I got to check on that. I don't know. Yeah, I want to order like and get them when they first come out. But I figured they would have made a Cross one by now, but I guess not. I never asked them, to be honest with you. I never even thought. I figured I was like, if we get a shirt, I'll get one of the figures. Maybe get them to sign it. But that should be soon, though, right? I mean, most NXT talent have figures, right?
Yeah, he should be getting his by at least next summer, right?
Oh, this summer, you mean?
Yeah, well, this summer coming up. Yeah, right.
Well,
because they usually scan them around this time for the run. They scan people for the video games.
Well, let me ask you:
and the figures around there, right?
Does anybody like? I would figure Gargano and Ciampa have figures, probably, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. I got a Gargano figure.
Oh yeah, I've wanted. Now, did they have like say a guy who's been there longer, like a Damian Priest figure?
I haven't seen any.
Yeah,
I think they might have it, but I haven't seen any in any local.
I gotta look that up. Now I'm curious. When I get off the show, I'll look it up. And so, yeah, I'm curious. I'm like, how long is it really? I mean, if they sign someone to a long term, I figured they would get, figures out right away because they know they're going to have the guy for like 3 or 5 years. You know what I mean? So,
right.
That's like when I signed Drew Yari. We made a figure right away.
Wait, you did?
Yes.
Drew said, "Why do I look like Freddie Prinze Jr.?" I was like, I don't know. We just scanned it. But that'd be funny if they had podcast figures. Wouldn't that be funny?
It's like pull the string on the Kevin Castle doll, and it'll say,
"I'm fired." No, what would it pull? No, well,
par for the course.
Par for the course. God kill me.
Good Lord.
Good Lord.
What
are we? My thing that I've said over the last year and a half. What are we doing here? Blooms
off the rose.
Bloom is off the rails. But what are we doing here? Is my new thing. Like I don't know what we're doing. But yeah, that would be great though. Like you have like action figures. Like you could put like Mish versus JD in the ring. That would be great. Like you have like you get like a ring. You have Draper versus like Solo Monster. That'd be awesome. You know, then you team up and you mix and match. Like, you know, you trade Drew Yari to like, you know, Conrad.
Oh my god.
Conrad versus Drew Yari.
No, how about this? Conrad buys everyone's contract, and we're all in Conrad's camp now, and he makes us do like, you know, we have to do whatever. Conrad's like the evil boss. He's like Dr. Evil, the Dr. Evil podcast. So even though he's always been nice to me, though.
I'm here with Drew Yari. I want you to talk about the heat you have with JD from New York.
He would definitely call you Yeri. There's no doubt about that.
Yeri. Yep.
That is funny. Right. Yeah, he would probably say Yeri. Does anybody call you Yeri?
I think one person said Yeri, and I think it was DT once. When he would read my questions, when he'd be like, "Shu Yeri wants to know."
That's like a New York thing, though. That's like a New York. No, but that's obvious. It's your, but that's right. Yari is not your real last name, right?
Oh no, it's an
abbreviation.
Abbreviation of what my actual name is, and then Drew, of course, is Andrew.
But RJ, you're actually an RJ.
No, RJ is it's a combination of my first and last name.
Oh no, but I'm saying but does anybody actually call you RJ? Like, did you bring RJ onto the podcast, or you created RJ for the podcast?
No, my nickname has always been either Rocky or RJ for the longest.
Okay, all right, yeah. That's like with me with KC and Kev Castle. I brought it from the showbiz to wrestling. Yeah, so I did the same thing.
Yeah,
exactly. You know.
All right, gentlemen, let's call it a night. It feels like it's been a long night. But
yeah, it's like 5:00 in the morning. That's all I want.
But
go ahead and plug your stuff, guys. Whoever wants to start.
Go ahead, RJ. You go first.
Well, you know, you can follow me on Twitter at Lil RJ Unlimited on Twitter. Support the podcast, the Brother Monty broadcast, and my solo stuff, RJ and the Savage Squad show. We'll be doing some shows soon, so stay tuned for those. I'm just trying to figure out my work schedule. That's why I've been putting shows on hold. That's why I haven't been doing any MLW reviews as of late, because I'm trying to balance everything out. But now that I have Wednesday free for right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and start doing some shows again, whether it's with Monty or do some of my solo stuff as well. So, yeah, stay tuned for all that. And, yeah, anybody wants to hit me up on Twitter, you can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Kevin, take it away.
Where am I?
You're somewhere.
Yeah, I got the show here on Discord, but over on the DTKC Soup Patreon, shared Patreon that we have with Anthony and Mish. I'm on Thursdays, 10:00, usually 10 to midnight. Sometimes we go a little earlier. We usually do about a 2-hour show every Thursday night at 10. You can sign up. Just go to Patreon/Don Tony. You can find. We do all sorts of things there. We have so much back catalog stuff. 13 years of DTKC show. I think it's 13 years, something like that. And you get Breakfast Soup, and you get my show and KNT with me and Trez, my female co-host who's on every other Thursday.
Shout out to Trez, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Trez. And as far as mainstream stuff, still looking for kind of the right fit with producers. Actually, that's our only thing right now, is we're kind of looking for that third man behind the scenes, or woman. As far as like a production person goes, we had a couple. Then one had to take another job, and then another one disappeared off the planet. We don't know what happened to him. But it's. Let me tell you something, man. I was telling someone today, finding a producer for podcasting and online radio and stuff like that is like trying to find the right drummer for a band. Seriously, it's like it's not as easy. It's a special thing, and again, I wish Mish can be cloned to like almost like the movie the Multiplicity. But he's doing so much. Otherwise, I'd gladly work with Mish on this. But we're looking for like kind of an outside person. And again, the people we had just were flaky and couldn't commit. And so the search continues. We have the concept, we have the name, we have the hosts, we have the a fucking laundry list of topics we're going to do. But we're missing that production person. So as soon as we find them, I'll be back on the air. Could be a month, could be next month, could be a couple of weeks, could be 2 months. I don't know. We'll see. But me and my partner, Chicky, have the same mentality. We want the right person with us. You know what I mean?
Right. And y'all deserve that too.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to and she said, as long as it takes, I'm not going to get involved with some flighty, flaky person who this. So she was almost like a blessing that the person that we didn't get on board was not fully on board with us. We didn't give him the information, we didn't give him the keys to the kingdom yet. In other words, like we'll find the right person, but it's not as easy because here's the thing. It's not a wrestling show. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not a wrestling show. That's the whole thing. It's not a wrestling show. So that's what makes it a little bit more difficult. This is a wrestling show. It's 1, 2, 3, but we're trying to look for like a non-wrestling person. That's the whole deal. So if you know any producers or anybody who knows their shit behind the scenes, from editing to just even knowing how to run a show, send them our way. And if they have any skill, even someone who's like a newcomer, but someone who's really good on the computer, someone who's really good in production, and we'll give them a shot as long as they're not flaky and flighty, and they can be committed to something.
Right.
And if other than that, as far as wrestling goes, I'm still going to see what I'm going to do out there. I have a few ideas, but again, want to get in the right situation. I mean, there's no rush for me. People like things like a beat the clock thing, but to me, it's like it'll get there when it gets there, and it could be soon, it could be later, but it'll get there. And you guys will be the first to know about it.
Awesome.
All right. Definitely look forward to it.
Unless I'm dead, and then I can't do anything.
Oh, no. Come on.
Then big tributes to Kevin. Then I want to hear tributes. Yeah.
I remember that one time me and Kev went to JCPenney, and he saw
but you know what?
And he saw an unmanly shirt, and he went, "You know what? That is a really unmanly shirt."
No, I said, "You have any shirts for men?" But what would be great that I won't get to. Everyone will have to say good things about me, because if you say anything bad about someone who's gone, you're going to be ostracized from the community. So I kind of wish that I could be around for my tribute shows. I'll just have to try. I'll just have to trust that they'll all be great.
You'll fake your death. You're gonna fake your own death.
I'm gonna fake my death. I'm gonna fake my death. Imagine you fake your death in podcasting. Oh my god, he was such a good man. He faked his death. Fuck him.
You're just gonna pull up your disguise, and I'm just gonna be like, I was wondering why there was a random Chinese guy here.
I'll be good. And then I'll just, what's great about, you can always fake your death and say it was like, it's wrestling. It's like a wrestling angle. Who said it was?
Yeah.
Right? You can come back.
Right.
Remember they buried Ric Flair in WCW out in the desert? Remember they buried Ric Flair? Yeah, they buried Vince Russo buried Ric Flair.
Or when Vince McMahon died, and then Chris
Benoit.
Vince
McMahon died in the car, right? Chris Benoit really killed somebody. That's not cool.
And then Vince McMahon comes back, is like, I faked my own death, damn it! I did it.
That's terrible. But what do you call it? No, I miss doing the wrestling mainstream stuff, but I like coming on. Speaking of that, I spoke to your RJ. I spoke to Monty chatted with him about a week ago. I don't know if he told you. I told you when you guys get scheduled together, let me know and I'll come on. I'll gladly come on and do a guest spot on the show. Wherever you want me on February, pick a day, I'll be on there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Drew, that's the thing, is this schedule, man. It's killing, because it just switches, and if they're gonna pull shit like they pulled last night on me, then it's gonna be really tough. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. To finally getting you on though.
Yeah. Let me know. Like I said, Drew will tell you, I'm pretty easy to deal with most times, right? Drew?
Most of the time. when his demands are met, he's fine.
Well, that's Drew. By the way, you're not off tomorrow, right?
No, I'm off I'm off until Wednesday.
Oh, good. Because I got to hit you up. Nothing crazy. I just got to ask you about something that that you could school me on. I'll hit you up tomorrow about it.
Sure. All right.
Okay. All
right, guys. Have a good night.
It's nothing to do with drugs, but nothing to do with drugs.
Oh, come on. well, I don't want to talk to you. I'm like,
yeah, there you go.
But take care, guys. I appreciate you coming on last minute, Kev.
Thanks, man. It's always a pleasure. RJ, always a pleasure. Love you guys. You, Monty, Drew. Great. If the podcast is in this generation's hands, I feel good about it. So there you go. Thanks,
hey,
guys.
Man. Hey, we wouldn't be shit without you guys. So
nah. You guys will be fine on your own. Anything I can do to help, though. All right. Peace.
Take care, guys.
Man. Appreciate it. Right.
All right, man. I'm gonna send Monty the file, and he's gonna I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna send him the file.
All right, that'll work. And yeah, man, I'll see you later. Like I said, if you want me to come on Wednesday or whatever, you want us back on Wednesday,
yeah, man.
Let me know because I'm off on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what Monty wants to do, but if you want to do something, then just let me know and we'll talk.
Absolutely, man. If you're available on Wednesday, let's do it Wednesday.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Hey, shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for having me again, and I'm out. Peace.
All right, take care, my man.
All right, we'll do. You do the same.
I will try. All right, Maurice, thank you for coming by again. But yeah, just like you mentioned, hopefully we can get RJ back on Wednesday. From the sounds, it looks like it will. And hopefully Kevin will give me my drugs tomorrow. So Kevin, if you're listening, you better come through with those drugs. But yeah, thank you for coming by for this Royal Rumble post show. I will send the same link to Monty, and he'll post it on his show with him and RJ show. So, anyways, guys, take care. Shouts to everybody. I'm tired. I don't feel like naming names, but shout out to everybody who supports the show, and shout out to everybody who listens to the show. So take care, guys. Peace.